Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Happy Monday, everyone. After a week off, we are back with a vengeance, talking football, and more football. We'll get to Charlie Manuel and the Phillies, Major League Baseball later on in the show. We are the Sports Hounds, live from the Real Talk Studios in Malvern from New Jersey. Kyle Meager, I'm Rob Brinkman, that's Brad Ryer, Frank Vesby, producing the show, as usual. Gibson Mayer LLC. Sports Hounds are always brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, certified accountants. Visit GibsonMayerLLC.com. There are certified public accountants. Why not make them yours? Sports Hounds also brought to you by Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Visit their website, www.scanzanosports.com, for more details. Week off last week, back. Football is upon us. We have 20 days until the Washington Redskins visit Lincoln Financial Field for the first Sunday, the first real game of the 2019 football season. Let's get to the Scanzano Sports poll question tonight. Look, I think we're all in agreement that the Eagles' offense is loaded. They should have no problem scoring points whether Carson Wentz plays Thursday night or not. My questions with this team is the defense. Scanzano Sports poll question of the night: is this Eagles defense good enough to win a championship? Brad, you're the skeptic. You're the Giants fan. You're the outsider. Let's start off with you tonight.
At this point, the secondary is still questionable. We have to see how they play when it counts, when they're playing against real teams and against real competition. They certainly look like they're going to score a lot of points. I mean, they're loaded offensively. Defensively, they're going to be tough to run against, but you got to wonder about that secondary. It got injured and exposed last year. They've made some replacements. Let's see how the replacements work out. Let's see how the guys who come back from injury play.
So secondary is your turn. So are you in agree or disagree in the poll question?
I think it's good enough to win a championship. Because their offense, I think, can win them a championship. I think their defense can be good enough.
Okay. Kyle, your thoughts, sir?
Alone, I don't think the defense is good enough to win us a championship. I just don't. I mean, our offense loaded top to bottom. You have Miles Sanders, probably going to be the feature back in my opinion. A lot of people say Jordan Howard because he's older.
Yeah, I'm a Howard guy. We're going to get into that a little because I can't have a rookie learn on the job.
No, I understand what you're saying, but
bust.
Miles Sanders to me looks like he's polished already. So, that's going to be my feature back, obviously, but we'll get into that later. Up and down the roster, I feel like the offense is one of the best in the National Football League, if not the best in the National Football League. So, it's definitely going to be the offense that wins us the Super Bowl.
Best in the National Football League?
That's what I'm saying.
Better than
one
the
of them.
Saints?
Yeah.
No.
You're the Saints. I mean,
what is
the
with
Saints
They lost Mark Ingram.
You don't have anybody as good as Kamara. You don't have anybody as good as Thomas. And Breeze is still better.
We have a better
than
group.
Wentz.
Breeze is better than Wentz?
Breeze is better than
right
Wentz.
now.
Yeah, right now. Yeah.
I'm
Come on, seriously.
You're obsessed with the Saints.
Because
you're obsessed with the Saints.
Because
are living in the past, bro.
Because
they're still butthurt because of January.
Well,
they're still thinking about January. If you're thinking about January on September 5th or whatever the date of it is,
they can't do that.
They're still talking about it. Mark Ingram's making comments about it from Baltimore camp. If he's making comments about it from Baltimore's camp, what do you think their locker room says? They're Sports Talk Radio. They're fans.
They still have a great quarterback, probably the best running back in the league, and most likely one of the top 3
The Eagles'
receivers
group
in the
of
league.
offensive weapons is better than the Saints' group of offensive weapons. Bar none. Not even close.
The best players on the field.
Not even close.
The best players in the field.
Jeffrey Deshaun is better than their combo. The Eagles have two better tight ends than Jared Cook.
They don't have somebody better than
their offensive
Michael
line
Thomas.
is better. No, they don't. But
And
Michael
they don't have any
Thomas and
running
their
backs.
number 2 against
Okay,
Alshon Jeffrey and Deshaun.
Are you going to tell
with
me
Aguilar in the slot?
Are you gonna
Nelson Aguilar would be their second best receiver. How can you tell me the Eagles offense isn't better than the Saints?
Because the Saints have more. The Saints' top players are the top players in the league.
I mean, we're going to get into some playoff predictions before.
You're talking about depth.
I
as
don't
opposed
agree.
To
I
quality.
don't agree.
I will
And
take quality over depth every
We've been
time.
doing this together a pretty long time now, Brad, and I'm pretty objective about this stuff.
I just don't think just because you've got.
I just don't agree.
Just because you've got. Some
I
depth
don't see it with
doesn't
the
mean-
Saints this
doesn't
year.
mean
I
your
just
top
don't.
players aren't. If their best players play like the best.
Okay,
players
but the
in
Eagles
league,
won the Super Bowl in 2017 because their TEAM was the best top
No,
to
they
bottom.
lost. No, they lost because Bill Belichick benched Jackson in the.
You mean
Okay,
Butler?
you mean
Butler? I'm sorry, Malcolm Butler.
has
in the
nothing to
Super
do with
Bowl.
any. 'Cause
Okay.
Oh, that
has
that
nothing to do with
everything
anything.
to do with it because
So,
they couldn't
okay.
stop.
One player's gonna stop 41 points. Seriously?
When it's their best defensive player.
No,
it
no one
can-
was stopping Nick Foles that night.
Nobody was.
Nobody was stopping the Eagles that year.
Yeah.
It was their time to win.
I think.
As much as you hate it,
Yeah, the worst.
as much
defense,
as you
they
hate
gave
it,
up
that
more
was the Eagles'
teams-
time.
They gave up more points.
Who
than
cares?
Any other
It's a
team.
one-game
So
season.
what?
It's Super
We
Bowl
scored
Sunday. It's
more
a
than they
one-game
did.
season.
Right, but you gave up 33.
Who
points.
cares?
So what? We scored 41.
It doesn't matter if you give up 33. If you give
You're
up,
not-
if you score 34.
We were playing the quote-unquote best of all time. You're forgetting about that, you know? Tom Brady, I mean, he's the most successful quarterback of all time, so I got to give him some credit. Yeah, I mean, 33 points against the best of all time, you're going to say, oh, you gave it up?
Oh, that's funny
Yeah,
because
we
the
gave it
Giants
up to
didn't
the
give up
guy
that
that-
many points.
Some people say
That's
it's the best
great.
of all time.
Funny,
Yeah.
the Giants gave
Congratulations.
up, let's see. The Giants gave up 14 to Brady, and then they gave up.
Okay, you had a really good defense that
17
year.
to
Okay.
Brady.
That's the definition of a defense winning you a championship. All right,
That's not how the NFL's.
Yeah,
that's
that's not
how
how it is
professional
anymore.
football is played anymore.
No,
it's
just
not.
No, it's just that the defenses now are not that good. That's the bottom line.
No, the offense is just
The offenses
good.
are way better because the rules favor the offense.
Yep, exactly. Because of
Me-
the pass interference penalties, the hits. You can't hit like you can
Nobody has-
anymore.
Nobody has
You
a
can't.
pass rush. Nobody has a pass rush.
You
That's
can't
why.
lead with your head anymore.
Yeah, but
Speaking
nobody
of
has-
pass rush,
nobody
great
has a pass
segue.
rush.
Getting back to the Scanzana
That's-
Sports poll
that's part of
question
the
of the
problem.
night. Brad, you talk the secondary. I think the secondary is going to be fine. I think you have Douglas. I think you have
Should be. Our pass
Mills.
rush is disgusting.
No, you have a
I'm
good pass
concerned
rush.
about the edge pass rush.
I think
I'm
your pass
I'm
rush is
concerned
pretty
about
good.
a defensive.
Explain.
I don't. Someone on at the defensive end position, meaning excluding defensive tackles, Cox, Jernigan, Jackson, whoever else you want to throw in there, who else makes the team.
Brandon
Brendan Graham, Barnett, and whoever else ends up making this team as a backup. Sweat. One of those guys got to get the 10 sacks.
Right. I'm
I-
okay with our pass rush, to be honest with you. I mean, Brandon Graham, he proved it in the Super Bowl. He's all right. Derek Barnett
I
proved
get
it
it.
in the Super Bowl.
I mean,
recovered
the Super
fumble.
Bowl was
He's
2
all
years
right.
ago now.
Last
year,
technically it's not. Technically, it's like a year and
Okay.
5
Kyle.
months ago.
2
If
seasons
you want to
ago.
play
Yeah.
if you want to play semantics like that, we can do that.
No, I'm
but,
giving you realism.
but-
that's facts.
But Brandon Graham regressed last season and was injured
yeah,
and didn't live up to expectations.
he had what, 5 sacks?
That's not going to cut it this year.
No, it's not. I agree with you. 100%.
And Barnett is – I like Barnett. I like the pick, but he's unproven. I like the linebackers. I like Brown from Washington. I like Nigel Bradham. I think he's a terrific football player.
Mhm.
I think the second safety position between Zendejo, Sifrion, and McLeod, I think that'll work itself out.
McLeod.
Zendejo brings the wood.
McLeod.
I don't know if he's healthy. I don't know what he's got. I don't know who he's got
No,
left.
when he
One
is
of those-
healthy, it's McLeod. 100%.
One of those guys is going to step up and be fine at safety.
Yeah.
And then, you have Avonte Maddox. You have Avonte Maddox. I think he's just a star in the making.
Avonte Maddox is already a star in my opinion.
I mean-
I love Avonte Maddox.
I mean, Rasul Douglas, he had his growing pains last year, but he played some good football.
Yeah.
I like his size. I like his aggressiveness. Mills still isn't healthy. I don't trust Darby at all. I'm missing a corner.
Yeah.
Who am I missing? Sidney Jones.
Sydney-
Sidney Jones. Easy
Yeah.
to forget
I have
because
my
it was just a horrendous draft
The
pick.
corners are the question.
I'm not a Sidney Jones fan.
Neither am I. Never have
Yeah.
been.
The
Just-
corners
I
to
don't-
me are the question right now. But they have a good pass rush, and a good pass rush.
Great
can-
pass rush, not
yeah.
a good one.
That the pass rush can absolutely hide the corners.
Okay, but if one of these defensive ends doesn't get the 10 sacks, I think it's going to be a huge
I don't
problem.
think it really matters, to be honest with you.
I think it
I
matters
think
a
our
lot.
pressure will be too much.
I think it
to
matters a
begin
lot
with.
because if you want to go back to when let's go back to last. Forget about the Super Bowl
Let's
year.
do it.
Last year, once Wentz got shut down with the back
Right.
and Foles came back
Uh-huh.
in, the defense didn't get enough credit for
Oh,
the
they
team's
they
turnaround.
balled out. They absolutely balled out.
Yes,
You want to
but-
know why that is?
Because they had a
it was
pass rush.
slower pace. You didn't go to Wentz's pace. You went to Nick Foles' pace, and it slowed everything down.
Okay, I can't dispute that. But
Yeah.
it's because the pass rush started getting after it better and made our shaky secondary look better than it was. And you had Crayvon LeBlanc that came out of nowhere and solidified everything.
LeBlanc came out literally nowhere.
So that brings us to the internet hot topic of the Eagles right now is the Jadeveon Clowney rumors.
Mhm.
Do you think that's feasible? Because I think if
I
that's
want him.
feasible,
I want him
I want him
bad.
bad. I
Anybody
want him
would want-
bad.
who
I want
wouldn't
him
want-
bad.
Who wouldn't want him? But you're gonna have to give up a first-round pick.
I would
for
give
him.
They have
Yeah.
no leverage whatsoever, the Houston Texans. No leverage.
Yeah,
Well, like
sure
they like
do. They
Vitae.
don't
No,
have
they
to trade him.
don't.
They don't have to trade him.
They don't. He doesn't. He obviously doesn't want to be there though.
Yeah,
So
but he's not gonna hold out for the season. He's not gonna give back the money. Come on.
Okay.
He's not gonna give back the money. He's
What
not,
is it?
he's
What do
not
you
gonna take a
think it
season.
takes? What do you think it takes to get Jadeveon Clowney? Because then I have no concerns.
You're gonna need a first and maybe a third.
That's it.
A first-round pick and a third
give
round
him
pick.
Nelson Aguilar, a second-round pick, call it a day.
Yeah,
Got a bing, got a
right.
boom. There you
Yeah,
go.
That's not
right.
going to get it done.
Yeah, you are dreaming.
Why
It's
not? They
like-
need a wide receiver.
It's like his Yankees.
Will
Yankees-
Will Fuller is never healthy.
Neither
all right,
is-
they have
neither is-
DeAndre
he's not gonna
Hopkins.
get-
Neither is Kike Kuti.
Okay, so give him a wide receiver that
They're
they
not-
desperately need.
they're not
All right,
gonna
he'll
do
perform
that.
better down there because it's kind of in a smaller market. And just call it a day. Give him a
DeAndre
second-round
Hopkins is still the
pick.
best- is
I'd
still-
even give him a first-round pick.
I think
honestly.
they want- I think they
DeAndre
want
Hopkins
Vitae.
is one of the top players
Because
in the league.
their rookies looked horrible.
Give him
Titus
Vitae.
Howard.
Give him Vitae.
So what? You think Vitae, Aguilar, and a 1?
Why not?
I would do it.
How about Cox and then
Why would we
Stop
do that?
it.
Well, then
Stop it.
because that's what you're talking about.
Cox is one of the
I just
best
threw out
players
a
in the
realistic-
league.
And so is Clowney.
No, he's not. He's always
Yes, he
injured.
is.
Okay.
Why would they give him away? You think they're just going
Why
to get
wouldn't
That's
they?
not giving
Why
him
are they-
away.
why are they
Vitae,
giving-
Nelson Aguilar, and
Oh,
a first
come on,
round
you're
pick.
giving them stiffs for. Come on.
Vitae is not a
Stiffs.
stiff.
He won a
Stiffs.
Super Bowl.
Two stiffs.
Vitae
two stiffs for a
started.
first-round pick.
Vitae started
Nah.
in the Super Bowl.
You do that, I want your first, second, and third round picks. Otherwise, screw it.
Okay, but like
I'm
Kyle
telling you
said,
what
which
I-
I
I'm telling
agree
you
with,
what I
is
would
the
want.
Texans don't have
They don't have any leverage whatsoever. They
Yeah,
have
because they're
none.
short at receiver.
But they
They're
don't
short at.
have to re-sign him.
They're short.
I mean, they don't have to trade him.
Why not?
Why do
They
have
need
to trade
pieces
him?
now. They need a lot of pieces
Understand,
for
but
their
wide
star
Wide
quarterback.
receivers, wide receivers are easy to pick up.
If he
You
does-
can
No,
pick
they're
up-
not.
Yes, they are. You can pick up
How
Dontrell Inman now. He just
Dontrell
got cut.
Inman just got cut. If
Right,
you get
so
cut,
you can pick up. So he.
They
You can
didn't
pick
even-
him up.
Do you
You get
remember? Do you
cut
remember
after-
Carson
Wide
Wentz's first year?
receivers are a dime
Wide
a
receivers
dozen.
can come in and just do anything, right? We had this guy named Dorial Green Beckham.
Yeah, he
everyone thought he was
picked
going to be
him
a
up.
star, and he absolutely sucked. Yeah,
horrible. They
Yeah,
don't
but
grow
a lot
on
of
trees.
them, sometimes they do. Victor Cruz came in and. Was
Okay,
great.
well,
oh, that,
Wouldn't
he's
you-
he's. Fuck
Wouldn't
him.
you agree that's the exception as
Victor
opposed to the
Cruz-
rule?
Victor
An
Cruz was
undrafted
a
free agent
really
being one of the
good
best.
receiver.
Oh, he was good for a while, and then he just fell off. Maybe it was
He
the
hurt his
salsa.
knee.
You know, I mean,
No, he hurt his knee. That's what
yeah,
happened.
he hurt his knee
On
at
that
the link. I
shitty
remember
field-
that.
On that shitty field.
It's not a
that you have.
shitty field, though.
That
Have you
piece of
ever been
shit-
there?
that
Have
piece
you
of
ever been to
shit
the
field
link?
that you have?
How
I've
is
been
it a
to the
shitty
link.
field?
It's
It's
a
one of
shitty
the
field.
best
Why
stadiums
is
in
it
the
a shitty
NFL.
field?
Huh?
You're just
you
mad
got-
because the Giants completely blow and we're talking about Super
It's
Bowl.
one of the
You're
best
jealous.
stadiums in the NFL. When you have a turf field that could ruin people's careers, you're talking about a shitty field.
That grass field.
It's a
shitty
grass field.
That shitty grass that you have there.
Shitty
Why
grass?
is it shitty grass?
It looks
Name
like
one-
turf.
It's
Name
shitty grass.
name one instant where the out pet in Lincoln Financial Field era that the turf has been a problem.
Well, I don't know. I don't really watch the Eagles. I
Then
watch
shut the
Giants.
fuck
Okay.
up.
I'm just telling you, we lost him on that shitty field of yours. So.
Why? Because he tore his patella tendon.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
serious
guys
injury.
get hurt.
He never came back from it. Most people don't.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
that's because he tore his patella tendon, not because of the field. You giant crumb.
He fell. He basically. He.
Do you remember what Mikey?
I was at the game. I remember what happened.
Do you remember what Mikey Miss said after
He tried
that
to run
happened?
he tried to run a post or a corner, excuse me, on fourth down, and his knee buckled and
Yeah, on
he
that
tore his-
shitty field.
How is it a shitty field? How show your work? I tell him to show his work all the time.
Well,
He
his-
usually can't.
Huh?
So let's see if you can step up and show
he's
your
just
work.
running-
Why
he-
is it a shitty field?
Well,
Brad,
he's
we're gonna
just running-
fucking sit
he's
here
just running-
until 10
All
o'clock.
day, yeah, yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna sit here till
If
10
it's a
o'clock
no
until you tell me
contact-
why it's a
if
shitty
it's
field.
No contact injury. It's because he fucked his leg up on a shitty field.
Shitty field. No,
That's not like. Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I'm serious. That's a shit. It was a shitty field. That's why That's why
But-
he hurt himself.
That's not true at all.
Oh.
So if you don't have, we'll sit here till 10 o'clock until
Listen,
you can
how
formulate
come
an
all-
argument and
how
not
come
be
all
a
your-
troll.
How come all your defensive players got hurt last year? Because you play on a shitty field.
It's not a shitty field at all.
Sure
at
it
all.
is. And
No,
Wentz
it's
is
not.
back because he play on a shitty field.
It's not a shitty
It is
field.
what it is.
What do you want us to go
So-
back to
so no
AstroTurf
other-
and the
so,
vet?
So no one's guys get
They-
injured besides the Eagles players that play at Lincoln
yeah,
Financial
nobody
Field.
gets
Yeah,
injured
no
in
one
the
gets
NFL
hurt.
besides the Eagles players. Nobody gets
The
hurt.
Oakland Raiders playing a baseball. They share a stadium with the.
You could see
with
the
the
fucking
A's.
diamond.
You can
The
see
dirt is there.
The dirt is there.
The Raiders.
And
Stadium
you would
is
tell us we have a
ridiculous.
shitty field.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
to
you have a
bed,
shitty
kid.
field. You have
Go
a
to
shitty
bed.
field. Hey, it's a Philadelphia field. Of course, it's a shitty field.
Actually,
it's that Philadelphia
no.
dirt.
Citizens Bank Park is a
Citizens Bank
fucking
Park
nice
is
ballpark.
super nice. Wells Fargo Center. I mean,
I like
it's
it.
okay.
It just got renovated.
It's getting renovated. I'm excited to actually
Yeah.
see the new renovation.
I actually
so
think
we'll see.
Citizens
So
Bank Park is the best stadium in that parking lot, and I'm not even a Phillies fan.
It's a nice. It's a great
It's a
yard.
brand new
Yeah.
stadium.
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
It's not brand new.
2004.
It's 12 years, 15 years old. It's a new stadium.
I think it's the best stadium in Philly.
It's a very nice stadium.
Yeah, it's well done. They did a well done job
They
with that
did.
one.
They
Is
did.
it is
I
it a
like that
shitty
stadium.
field because Bryce Harper got dehydrated on Sunday? Is that
No.
the field's fault? Was
No.
it a shitty field?
How do you get?
No.
How do you get?
He didn't drink enough water.
Oh my god, $330 million. Oh
Yeah,
my
he couldn't,
god.
couldn't get a. Couldn't get a fucking,
All right, we're not talking about the
fucking
Phillies.
Fiji.
We'll talk
No,
about them
not right
later
now.
when they matter.
But we digress. You started running back conversation. Oh, let's get to some comments first.
Yeah, let's see what the family's talking about. I saw Ralphie's in there somewhere.
Andy Ritter. Check out Andy on
In
this very
ring.
ring.
Yeah.
Sundays 5 o'clock on A2D Live. Yo, my dudes, have a great show.
What's up, Andy?
Ralphie, you can see Ralphie on
I'm
the
here.
Fix.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday at 6, and he also produces the weekly roundup with Kyle here, Jake Friel, and Tyler Weston.
Great show.
He's just checking in, saying he's
I love that show.
saying he's here. Tyler Weston of the aforementioned weekly roundup. Have a good show, boys. Nick Foles is overrated.
Shut up.
That's a shot at you.
Whatever. Everyone takes shots at me.
Trevor
Fuck 'em.
Harris. Hey, Brad. Giants suck. Tyler Weston. Did Brink just say he's worried about our pass rush? Yes, I'm concerned that you don't
well
have a
done,
double.
Tyler.
I'm concerned that you don't have a double-digit sack guy on the outside. Derek Barnett's unproven, and Brandon Graham wasn't that good last year.
He'll be better this year.
I hope so. But that's the only I'm
You can't be worried
fabricating
about the pass rush, dude. Like
of everything on
if
the
it doesn't work out, you could say, "Oh, it's not working out," but you can't actually be worried about the pass rush. On paper, we look like beasts.
Okay, but like I said, I'm concerned that our defensive ends are not going to have a double-digit sack guy, and I think that's almost a necessity in today's NFL.
No, it definitely is.
It's a
100%.
minor concern. I'm not jumping off the Walton Bridge.
That's why
I'm
I
not
go
telling
after
people-
Jadeveon Clowney.
And which is what we just talked about for 20 minutes before Brad distracted me with his nonsense.
Yeah. Well, Giants fans have to
That
create
shitty
some
field.
content.
Tyler
That shitty
Tyler
field.
Weston, we have the best pass rush in the league.
Oh, stop.
I don't know
I don't
about
think
that,
so.
Tyler.
Who does? The Bears?
Yeah.
Yeah, right
Probably
now
the
they
Bears,
do.
yeah.
You have Mac. You have Denver with Chubb and Von Miller.
Yeah,
that's pretty
I
good.
think the Bears did, yeah.
The Bears defense.
Bears
Mine
defense
right
is
now
disgusting, yeah.
The Bears defense
Cleveland,
right
I
now
think
is-
Cleveland's going to have a pretty good defense
Fuck
this
Cleveland.
season. So, I mean, I don't really – sorry. I mean, I love the Eagles with a passion, Tyler, but I don't think they have the best pass rush.
He said there's no
in the
reason
league.
to be concerned.
Tom Arnone.
Tyler, the Bears are better. I'm even saying that, Tyler. The Bears are better.
Yeah, Bears and Broncos and
I'm trying to be a homer, and I can't with that one.
Ralphie, we about to get Clowney, baby.
Hell
I
yeah.
hope so. That would definitely – that'd be the nail in the coffin
Oh, big
to a
time
Super
nail.
Bowl championship right there, in my opinion.
Yep, nail it up.
Deion Brown, boom. Mr. Brown in the building. What's good, brothers? Let's talk about it.
Of course the Tigers are winning. Jesus Christ.
What, do you have them in a parlay
No,
too?
hell no. They're like a plus 450.
You
or
put the
something like that.
Pirates
Yeah,
in
they're
it.
450.
Put the Pirates in the parlay.
Yeah,
They've
they
won
did.
like
They're
four.
losing. They're getting fucking ass blasted on national TV. I think it is.
Well,
But
they got
why would you
blasted
bet on a
last
team
night.
that's won 4 or 5?
Because the line was plus 110, Rob.
So you're a line reader?
Yes, all the time.
Kyle Missinelli over here. Ralphie Delavecchio, Sidney Jones is a stud. Hey, I'm rooting for the kid. I have no choice. I'm not going to openly root against a Philadelphia Eagles player, especially a Philadelphia Eagles player that we need to be successful. But I hated the pick. He
Sidney
showed
Jones,
me,
yeah, he's a fucking bomb.
He's shown me nothing,
He's a
and he's got a
bomb.
lot of work to do to earn my fandom.
Corners need their Achilles more than any position
Tyler
player
Weston
on the field.
Jones is an absolute stud.
No, bro.
I
Jesus
guess that's
Christ.
Sidney Jones. Based on what, Tyler?
I don't know.
I need a T-shirt. Show your work.
Show your work.
Because people just say
Put it in
outlandish,
quotes too.
outlandish bullshit, and just
Yeah.
have when I ask him, why do you think that? Oh, he's just the best.
I think
because he's on the Eagles.
I think Sidney Jones is gonna stink. Like I personally do.
Tyler Weston, Maddox is even more of a stud. That I agree with.
Of course he is.
Because I saw him be a stud last year, and I can project his skills going forward, more experience, and I'm a huge Avonte Maddox fan.
Who isn't?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I might get his jersey.
I want a Jalen Mills jersey.
He might not even make the team.
He's gonna make the team. He has one of the best red zone shutdowns in the league.
Tom Arnone to the poll question, absolutely. And for the record, I do agree with the poll question. The defense is good enough, but I think
Good
that
enough to win a championship on itself by itself.
by itself.
By itself,
That's
no,
the
but
question.
Their offense will
No,
score
but it's
enough
still a
points.
team.
It's good enough.
Yeah,
It's
you-
Like they're not going to be like the Chiefs last
But
year.
then your poll doesn't really make any sense though, because if it's a team, why would the defense even matter? Like you're playing as a team. That's what I thought the poll meant.
I think their defense,
But the
based on
poll
how
is
good their
open to
offense is,
interpretation. However you want to
I
answer
think
the
their
poll
defense
is how you
based-
answer the poll.
All
Based
right,
on their
do you
offense, their
think the
defense is
defense
good
can win
enough
it
to
by
win.
themselves?
No.
What do you mean? Like if they have like a
Like if Carson. All right, so
like-
for example, if Carson Wentz goes down in the first quarter of
No,
the Super
they're
Bowl,
done.
They're done. Okay. So
well, if you're already getting to the Super Bowl, I mean,
if you're in the Super Bowl, first quarter,
if you're
but
there
if you're in the
already,
Super
then
Bowl,
if it's 0-0,
I
you're
mean,
going to lose because there's
maybe they can win, but I mean it would be hard.
you're going to be playing New England probably or Kansas City. You're going to score a lot
it'll
of
be
points.
that's what I'm saying. Is the defense good enough to win by themselves?
No.
Okay.
How many teams have a defense that's good enough to win by themselves now?
The Bears.
Maybe.
Bears.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's the only team.
Yeah.
And they may have
No,
to
you're
win
right.
Unless I'm
And
missing
they have to-
something. Unless
they
I'm
have to
missing
win.
someone.
You're right.
Ravens are decent on defense.
Seattle's got a pretty good
Jaguars,
Jags
maybe.
maybe.
Seattle's
Yeah,
got a
I mean-
decent defense too.
Nah, not anymore.
Do you think do you think the defense is top 10? Do you think the defense is top
Yes.
15?
I think it's top
Top
10.
10, yes.
Yeah. I think it's top.
Do you
10.
think the Eagles defense is top 10 defense?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of their pass rush. Because they have good pass rush, good
I hope
lineback-
it
good
I hope
linebackers,
I hope Derek
pretty
Barnett
good
and Brandon
safeties.
Graham
I'd be concerned.
steps up.
I'd
Just
be
give me a
concerned-
3-sacker from
I
Derek
would be
Barnett against the
concerned about.
Redskins.
I'd be concerned about their corners. I just don't know about that.
I like Douglas. I like Maddox. And I hope Sidney Jones
I
steps
don't.
up.
I don't love any of our quarters besides Maddox. All right, but I think the pressure on the defensive side of the ball that we're going to create is going to help out the cornerbacks a
absolutely
lot,
will.
tremendously.
Well, that's what happened in 2017. when
Yep,
you won
P.
the-
Rob, the interception. Boom. I was
Yeah.
there, right in front of it. That was awesome. What else do
Tyler
we
West,
got?
You get a boner telling people how many games you go to, don't you?
I go to a lot of them.
I know.
Yeah.
I could see in your face.
He goes to more baseball games than I do. and
I'm
I
going
go
to the
a lot
Buffalo
of
trip
damn
with Tyler and
I go to a
Creel.
lot
Yeah, I might hop in on that.
You should.
I might
I
hop
go to
in
a lot
the
of
car.
damn baseball
Dude,
games.
take the whole
and
group.
Rob,
Let's go.
I go to a lot of damn baseball games. He goes to
He's
way
always
more
there.
than
But
me.
you ever see the smirk on his face
I
when he
love
talks about when
sports.
he's going to the game?
I love sports.
I was there. I was at that game too, Kyle.
Which one? NFC Championship game?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Big V,
It wasn't
bye-bye.
cheap. That game wasn't cheap, by the way.
Delavecchio, Big V, and picks.
We got a lot on YouTube. Holy
Tyler
fuck.
Weston, I would not do a first round for Clowney. No way. Like, why? Why would you not give a first rounder?
Well,
for,
I mean, Tyler has a lot
Is-
of opinions on the Eagles that
is
I
Tyler-
don't necessarily agree with.
is
but at
Tyler
the
is
same
Tyler a
time,
prospect hugger like Brian Cashman?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
He has a Jalen Mills jersey.
What is that? Good for him.
I don't know. I was just bringing it up.
I have Jalen Mills.
I haven't seen anyone with a Jalen Mills jersey.
I have
That's why I
Jalen-
wanted to get one.
I have his autograph on one of those mini Eagles.
Because I'm
helmets.
getting one of those
Pretty
gray
cool.
jerseys. I want to get a Jackson jersey again.
That's Maddox, baby. I would get a Maddox gray. That'd be
Because they're
pretty
using the
tight.
gray jerseys on Thursday Night Football to my
The color rush.
See,
Yeah.
on YouTube, we're getting a lot of action about the Colts.
We're getting a lot of stuff on YouTube.
All right, well, step in and read them. I'm
Yeah,
handling
we're getting,
Facebook.
We're getting,
YouTube, we are going to come at you very,
yeah,
very shortly.
we are getting some action about the
Big
Colts.
V, Tyler Weston, Big V.
Everybody seems to like the Colts in the AFC. I think I would agree with all you guys about the Colts. Colts can definitely
Colts
get
are
there.
a good team.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
let me finish up these. No first rounder, Aguilar and Big V. That's way too much. Let me ask Tyler this, and anyone who says that's too much for. Are you better with Jadeveon Clowney or without Jadeveon
With
Clowney?
100%.
Obviously.
100%,
So,
Tyler. Come on, Tyler. You're
let's-
smarter than
Let's
this,
go
man.
get him.
He say, yo, don't hate on my boy Mills.
This is.
I'm not hating on him.
I like Jalen Mills.
It's not so easy to make trades though in the NFL.
I get it,
that's
but
the
I would
problem,
leave
but-
no stone unturned if Jadeveon Clowney is in fact on the trade block. I would go get him.
Here's a question for you. You think you're the only team that would want to try to get him? Do you think Bill Belichick might want him?
No, but we have Howie. and
Well, Bill
Howie-
Belichick
Howie's
just got
really
a
good at
guy that
trades.
can't stop smoking pot reinstated again. That's crazy how
He
this guy
can't
is
stay
supposed to be
off
out
the
of the
weed.
league, and he's going to start week 1. Like, I don't
know
get it.
about- I don't
What
know
is with the
about that.
Patriots getting so lucky with these players?
Yeah, but
I
he'll
don't
be
know about
suspended.
that.
He'll go back on the junk
He's such
again.
a good wide receiver, though.
He can't stay off the weed.
I still think he's like a top 7
He
wide
loves
receiver.
the Ganji, baby.
He's but he's extremely talented. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
But
it's just what the
They don't need him.
Well, the Patriots just go away.
No, they won't.
Tyler Weston, Brinkman is coming at your guys' throats. Greg Malakovic, what's up, fellas? Agree to the poll. D-line are beasts. Very deep secondary, solid linebackers, but playing a lot of nickel helps hide some of that lack of linebacker depth. Yeah, no one plays with 3 linebackers anymore. Zach Brown and Nigel Bradham, and hopefully Cruz Hill can come back and contribute a little bit off his knee sprain. And that's I'm not worried about the linebackers.
Right.
I think Nigel Bradham is a really good football player, and I think that
Yeah, when he's not hitting people with umbrellas in Florida.
acting like a knucklehead. I agree with that. Bringing guns to the airport, like Ma, don't.
Oh,
What
don't
the
do
hell?
that.
How
Don't
stupid
do
do you have to be?
That- you
Ma,
don't wanna do
don't.
that. No.
And Zach Brown is just a player that I love watching in the preseason. I mean, just a true thumper in the middle.
What about the AFC, folks?
Hold on.
What do you think?
Hold on.
You got
Tyler, that's a risk you have to take, though. He said, why give up that much for someone who may not even be healthy the whole year? That's a risk you have to take. You know, when you see a player like Jadeveon Clowney, you have to take it because he was a former number 1 pick overall. You have to go get it if it's there. Because if we get it, like Ralphie Del Vecchio said in the next comment, if we add him to the line, it's a wrap. So, yes, you have to go get him, Ty. Come on. You're smarter than that.
Tyler
Be a
Weston.
thinker, not a stinker. Come
Frank,
on.
can you look up Brandon Graham's stats from last year? Thank you.
I think he had 5 sacks.
Bruh, did you just say Brandon Graham wasn't that good last year? Yeah, he was hurt. He had a hurt
I
shoulder.
love Tyler.
Like, I get it. Brandon Graham was on the Super Bowl team. Brandon Graham forced the fumble that clinched the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Not clinched the Super Bowl. It was
How
went
many-
a long way in them
how
winning
many,
that game.
How many sacks did Brandon Graham have?
Frank's
last year?
looking.
I think
Frank's
it was
look-
5.
Frank's
How
looking
many
at it.
sacks he had
How many
last
tackles
year?
did he
Let's
have last
see.
year?
Last year for Brandon Graham, he
Yes, Tyler, I
had
do.
You have to read the comments and then
39
talk
combined tackles with 4 sacks.
I
about
said
them. Wah,
5.
wah,
That's bad.
wah.
That's not really.
That's
good.
not a good season, Tyler.
Tyler Weston said, but you complain about Wentz in the South. I do, because he's the quarterback of the football team. He is the captain of the ship.
Kyle
If he
Kyle
goes
complains,
down,
Kyle complains about Wentz.
if
Carson
he
Wentz
goes
is
down,
the bee's knees.
we are done. But we did sign Josh McCown, but that doesn't mean anything because he's not Carson Wentz.
Broncos are not better. Yeah, the Broncos have a better pass rush than the Eagles, Tyler. Sorry. Bradley Chubb and Von Miller is a better edge pass rush than the Eagles. Sorry. The Bears are better too with Mac.
Yep.
And Aaron Donald, as much as I love Fletcher Cox, Aaron Donald's just a beast.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
anchors
yeah,
that
he is
pass
great.
rush in
Yep.
Los
Mhm.
Angeles.
100%.
So
Yep.
that pass rush might be better than the Eagles
Yep.
as well.
Mhm.
The fact that all 3 of you haven't gotten an A2G is a disgrace, LOL. Tom, I put in the order. You're ordering mine. I don't know what you want from me.
Tom, get me some flip flops. I need them for the winter.
Does he want his air money or does he want me to have a shirt?
Exactly. We got to
What
pay
does
the
he want?
bills.
What does he want?
Foolish Demon disagrees with you about.
Yeah, read off some YouTube comments.
Okay. Foolish Demon says you guys are backwards. Jalen Mills is a guy you like due to the red zone, even though he likely bid on a double move. Sidney Jones shut down the slot, and you don't like him.
Sidney Jones hasn't done shit
Sidney
since he's
Jones.
got
When
here.
did Sidney Jones
And he
shut
called
down
us- and he
anybody
called
in
us-
this league?
And he called us called us clowns.
Why are you calling us clowns? We
Why
didn't do
are we
anything to you.
clown-
Are we
yeah.
funny?
Who is he? Who is he?
Foolish Demon.
Who's Foolish Demon? That's
Show
probably
your
one of,
face, you coward.
That's probably one of your jackass friends.
Probably. No, he probably follows me on YouTube.
But look, I don't understand like what people see in Sidney Jones. I don't get it. I know
don't
Chuck's
either.
on Birds of a Feather. Love it. Can't get enough of
I
them.
don't know what people see in Sidney Jones. I really don't.
Sidney Jones needs to ball out this year, please. That's from Tom Arnone. I'm rooting for him, but I'm not going to get all giddy over the guy.
Tyler
because
Weston, who said the Broncos are better than what? The pass rush?
I said the Broncos have a better pass rush than the Eagles.
Do they? I know they have Von Miller.
And Bradley Chubb. That's a pretty good pass rush.
That is a pretty good pass rush. So you might be right.
Off the edge.
You
So,
might be right.
Okay. And I'd have to look at the Browns. I'm not that familiar with the Browns roster right now, but Myles Garrett's got
yeah,
bust
he's a
out.
beast.
The problem is the Broncos.
beast.
The Broncos are going nowhere this year.
Right, the Broncos
Yeah, 'cause
don't
they have
have
Joe
don't
Flacco.
have the team that the Eagles have.
I
We're
do
just
like
talking
Drew
about
Lock,
pass
though.
rush.
I do like
Drew
Drew
Lock
Lock.
will be. Drew Lock is going to get some games in this year, no doubt.
Hell yeah, he is.
In the red zone, Julian Mills is the best on the team. I agree with that. The question
100%.
didn't say it by itself. Oh my God, Kyle, critiquing the poll. Stop it. So, Tom, it took 32 minutes for Tom to get mad.
Oh, we
again.
got Jay Hod.
Wait, what
Jay
happened?
Hod says that
Said you're
Jalen Mills is
criticizing
trash.
the poll. You're picking apart the poll.
By the way.
You're being an idiot.
Okay, I can pick apart the boy. You want to know why? Because I have the airtime, Tom. Thanks to you. So there you go.
What's that, Brad?
Jay Hod agrees with us. Jalen Mills is trash. He's roasted
He's not
all day.
trash. Come on.
He never agrees.
Come on, guys.
Never
You
improves.
guys are smarter than this.
I
Come
don't-
on.
I don't think Jalen Mills is any good either.
Come
be
on.
honest
I
with
know
you.
I get to your brains with the whole
All
Carson
right,
Wentz
here we
debate,
go.
but come on.
Dion's checking in. Dion's always got something smart to say. Balance out all these terrible comments. Let's say they do make a move for Clowney. My question as far as roster moves, who's gone player-wise? Forget draft picks at this point.
Okay.
I mean, Nelson Aguilar, I feel, is expendable.
Corey Clement,
Arcega Whiteside looks like
Smallwood.
they're not going to want that. They traded for Duke Johnson. They solidified their running back.
Yeah, but these guys have experience in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, but
would you stop?
They have experience in the playoffs,
That's
Brad.
true,
They
but
don't.
they
They're not
suck.
gonna
Brad, you
want
haven't been to the
them.
playoffs since 2013, 14?
Yeah, we won the Super Bowl, Kyle.
Since
Yeah,
they-
when
they
I
haven't
graduated high school.
So it's not that long ago.
That was 8 years ago.
No, that was
That
when
was
their
5
last
years ago.
playoff
That
game
That was 8 years. That was 8 years ago.
7 years ago.
That was 8 years ago.
Remember they all went on that yacht in jeans and pants
Yeah,
like a bunch
then
of
they lost by like 50 in Green
and they
Bay.
look like a bunch of jackasses, and they haven't been good since.
Yeah.
What a bunch of
Oh,
losers.
no,
Dion.
The
but I
Beckham,
think
the Beckham on the boat thing.
Yeah.
that was
the
was
NYP,
really,
the New York pass defense.
What a
bunch
loser.
of losers. Dion, to answer your question, I think Vitae is an attractive piece. I think Aguilar is expendable with Arcega Whiteside having the camp that he has. That's two right there. I mean,
first, second, and third round picks.
and then
or go
whatever
to hell.
draft picks they want.
The phone has just been hung up. You want him? Give me your first, second, and third picks. Otherwise, hang up the phone.
But for what, though?
You want Clowney? That's what you got.
All right,
That's
what are
you
we
gotta
giving
give
up? You tell me again. Because
Your first, second, and third round picks.
Jesus Christ,
Otherwise,
Brad.
get lost.
That's not a realistic trade.
I know that New England will offer me a lot. I think Kansas City will offer me a lot. What do I want with your garbage
well,
players?
if you
give
they're
me
not
somebody
garbage.
that's actually good, not
They're
somebody
not
that's
garbage. They're
your second string
okay players.
You're
who they
okay,
would
yeah,
both
you're gonna
start.
give me-
They would both start on Houston. Nelson Aguilar starts on Houston on the other side of DeAndre Hopkins. Starts.
Give me your start.
Big V starts at left tackle for that team.
V stinks. He's freaking.
He
open
starts
game.
on that team at left tackle. They took a fourth-round prospect in the first round of the draft
They're
because
gonna want-
Howie Houdini jumped him in the draft to take Dillard, who looks like a beast.
I want.
And
your
Kansas
first,
City,
I want
and
your
Kansas
first, second, and
City,
third round
no,
picks.
because you're wrong and you don't know what you're talking about, and you're
We could do a lot
fucking
better.
pissing me off.
We could do a
The
lot
Kansas
better
City
than your
Chiefs,
garbage.
The
Stop.
Kansas City Chiefs
I don't
don't
want
have
your garbage.
They don't have the draft capital to
I
make a trade for
don't
Jadeveon Clowney
want
because
your
they traded
garbage.
up. They traded all their draft capital for Patrick Mahomes 2 years ago. So
Keep
you don't
your-
know what you're
keep
talking
keep
about.
your garbage. Nobody needs your garbage. You don't want to give up anybody good. You just expect to get the best players in the league.
I have no
and not
problem
give
giving up.
anybody.
Giving up.
Oh,
I have no
our
problem
worst-
giving
we'll
up.
give you our worst offensive lineman and one
He's
of
not
our
our
shitty
worst
rec-
offensive
one of our
lineman. He's
shitty
not. You don't even know what
receivers.
you're talking about. Big V would start on your team too. He'd
No, he
start for the
wouldn't.
Giants.
No,
Yes,
he
he
wouldn't.
would.
Big V
Not
would start.
anymore, he
Big
wouldn't.
V, 1,000%. He'd start somewhere on your offensive line.
He'd be a backup.
It'd be only a time before your jackass lineman fucked everything up, and Big V would be in there. Good luck going 4-12 this year, boss.
Oh, we'll do better.
Good
than
luck.
4-12.
Good luck to you.
Listen, talk to me when you win 4 Super Bowls, okay? 'Cause
Oh,
right now-
here we go.
Right now, you got one in
here we
58
go.
years.
The Super Bowl shit.
We
One
won the
for
most.
58.
We won the most recent one.
One,
though,
guess
so
what?
it's
One
all
for
right.
58. You sound like Red Sox fans now. Oh, we
Oh,
went
good,
for
good.
it 15 years.
Oh, yeah, good.
You sucked for
You-
86
But
years.
but it's a 101 years.
You sucked for 56 years. So don't give me that shit.
Hey, but we have a Super Bowl, so it's all right.
One.
One's all I need.
We got 4.
Okay.
That's all I
Whatever.
need. Pick
10
three
years-
more, then you
got
can
a
talk.
10-year
I'm not disagreeing with
You got
you.
a 10-year window on your Super Bowls. 10-year window.
Oh, is that what we call
That's
it now?
what,
Oh,
that's
it's a
what you
10-year
get.
window?
10
Oh, okay.
years.
10
10 years. Because I'm not listening about the 90s with that crumb Lawrence Taylor.
That is
I'm
way
not
too
listening.
far away.
You mean
I'm
the
not-
greatest defensive player of all
Yeah,
time?
go
He
to
did,
bed.
he did like
The
do
greatest,
something. Yeah,
the
it's
greatest
disgusting.
defensive player of all time. You're calling him a
And
crumb.
I don't want to
Stop.
hear these
You've never
Cowboys
had-
nonsense.
You've never
from
had
the
a player
90s.
on your team as good as Lawrence
The
Taylor.
Eagles.
So stop.
Yeah, his name was Reggie White.
Oh,
thanks.
stop.
Thanks.
Reggie,
thanks.
yeah, Reggie was
Thanks.
pretty awesome.
Thanks.
Reggie White. Yeah,
Yeah,
Reggie
see,
White.
yeah, thanks.
Reggie White couldn't wait to leave the Eagles. He
They
couldn't
didn't
wait.
offer him a contract. That's Norman Brayman's fault. It's not Reggie White's fault.
No.
How can he sign with the Eagles if they don't offer him a contract?
Well,
you got an
you know
answer for
what?
that one, smart ass?
Maybe they
No,
didn't.
you don't.
Maybe they did, and he didn't say anything. How do you know that he didn't offer him a contract?
Because it's well documented and publicized. The Reggie White leaving saga. Norman Brayman was too cheap
Whose
to
fault
sign
is-
him because it
whose
was the
fault
first
is-
time free agency ever existed in the NFL.
Whose fault is that?
Not Reggie White's.
Well, not the Giants' fault that Lawrence Taylor played his whole career with them.
Giants.
He was the greatest defensive player of all time. He changed the way the game was played defensively.
Yeah, before or after he raped little girls.
Oh my god.
Before.
Before or after. Before or after he did it. He did
We're off
eight-
the rails.
Before or after
You mean
he
the
did
we're
off the
eight
rails.
lines of
About-
cocaine before he went on the field, him and Michael Irving.
Oh.
Such a piece of shit. It makes me so mad when they talk about him.
Yeah, right. And are we going to really go there with Michael Vick and his dog killer?
Michael Vick didn't kill any dogs. He
Michael
just
Vick-
he just did the
he's a dog
operation.
killer.
Michael
He's a
Vick,
dog killer.
Michael Vick went
He's a
to
dog killer.
He went to jail for 18
He should be
months.
banned forever for
18
doing
months.
that.
He's made
He's
a-
a piece of shit.
18 months.
Anybody that kills a
18
dog.
months, Holmes.
Anybody that kills a
He
dog
didn't kill any
should get
dogs.
a hammer nailed to his head. He drowned 3 dogs. What are you
No, he
talking
didn't. He
about?
ran the operation.
drowned
Marcus
3
Vick was the
dogs.
guy that drowned
He
3
drowned
dogs.
3
He
dogs.
just took the blame for it, so his brother
Oh, he
wouldn't get in
took the-
trouble.
Oh, yeah, right.
Which Marcus
right.
Vick got in a lot of trouble.
Marcus
too,
Vick got in
by
a
the
lot
way.
of trouble during his life. A
3
lot.
3 dogs were drowned.
Not him doing
Yeah.
it.
And you know what? Michael Vick went to Leavenworth, the big house, for 18 months and lost
Not
$100
enough.
million.
enough
dollars.
time. Not
Not
enough.
enough time. You're
Not
out of
enough.
your mind.
Not
He
enough.
was overly punished. Overly
Not enough.
punished.
He's made an example
Should
of.
have gotten 10 years.
10 years.
That's like me saying Plaxico Burress should have got 50 years for shooting himself in the leg.
It's true.
That's just stupidity.
What you're
okay.
saying is
He
stupidity
didn't
as
kill
well.
anybody.
Okay, but it's the
He
law.
killed 3 dogs.
It's the
Okay.
law.
Okay.
Huh?
It's
If it
the
happened
law.
in New Jersey, he
Look.
wouldn't have even gone to jail.
I like
Well, he's
dogs.
in New York
much-
because he's an asshole.
You know, he picked the wrong state to bring a gun in, and he's dumb that he didn't know the law. And that was, unfortunately for him, that's a non-negotiable law.
Oh yeah.
You know, no matter, it doesn't matter if you're the late JC. If you walk in with a gun and it's not
That's
and it's
it.
concealed, you're getting 3 years, buddy.
Yeah, that's
Don't
it.
matter. It don't matter. You can't negotiate that.
Nope. Yeah,
So-
can't.
Nope. It's not even. I mean, even he couldn't get out of it.
Jay Hott on YouTube said Luck and Wentz tear it up, and Colts and Eagles are the next decade powerhouses. Man, I can't disagree with that.
Chrome checks in. Hey, fellas, this defense is good enough to win, particularly paired with this offense.
Okay.
Well, that's the whole point about the defense. The defense is good enough to win.
Tyler
because
Weston
they have
thinks
a
I'm
good
nuts because I
offense.
don't think the Eagles have the best pass rush. Look, I keep it real. I tell the truth.
Yeah.
Like, sorry. They have a good interior pass rush. They have the best interior defensive line in the league. I have questions that
I'm
one
not,
of their
agreeing,
deep-
I'm not agreeing with you either, but I'm not going to keep pushing it. It's what you think. It's your opinion.
Well,
Everyone
I mean,
has
I'm
a right to an
reading
opinion.
the comments.
Everyone has a right to an opinion. You know?
Aaron Robbins, great show. Tyler Weston, have a great show. Do the shirts come in 3XL? Remember, I'm 6'6", 235, fairly fit. LOL. New rule from Dion: no more Giants fans or Lakers fans allowed on any show.
Oh my
No, we're not
God.
doing that.
Here we go. So you just want a rah Siscoomba. I'll tell you what. We'll get Bugs Bunny to come in here. We'll go brick-a-bracker, firecracker, Siscoomba, Philadelphia, rah. Is that what you want?
What the fuck just happened?
No, we keep it real on this show.
Exactly.
We're labeled as
Exactly.
a national show.
Not everybody.
I can't. Dion he didn't like the Lakers.
Come on,
and the Giants.
Dion.
So what do you want me to do?
Come on,
He didn't like
Dion. Give it a break. You're a
We
good
didn't like
man.
it.
We know you're a good.
All right, what's
a good
going on?
loyal
What's
listener,
going
but
on?
Come on now.
What's going on YouTube?
All right, let me check out YouTube real quick. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Out of control. This is what happens when
I love
you
you.
have
I
a
love you
week
guys.
off.
Well, it's been 3 weeks.
With a week off.
It's
3
been
weeks for
3
you.
weeks for me.
Yeah, Foolish Demon said Fletch had 10.5 sacks, but Bennett had 9.
Yeah, and he's not here. Bennett's not here.
Carson got hurt in L.A. That's a shitty field.
That's another shitty
That's
field.
a shitty field. The Link isn't a shitty field.
That's a really shitty field, L.A.
Yeah, it's bad. Because they play in the Coliseum. The Coliseum isn't really meant for what they're doing.
Well, look at Gurley's knee.
That's arthritis.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah, but you know what?
And his ACL came in college, right? College. I think it was college. Pretty sure it was college. Yeah, because they drafted him 10th overall coming off a torn ACL.
Yeah, because he would have been a number 1.
Teddy
if it
Means
wasn't.
said Carson Wentz could not handle what tough quarterbacks like Ron Jaworski went through. Too soft. I mean,
All right.
Okay, yeah, probably could. Not too many guys now could because what they went through back then was pretty nasty.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. Listen,
That was a different.
the league is completely different.
Yeah,
now.
it's a different era. I mean, like
Yeah.
guys like Boomer Esiason and Joe Montana, Phil Simms, all those guys, they took a beating.
Yeah.
They really, really took a beating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's
they took some
different. Like
shots.
I like Andrew Luck, but he's never healthy. So it's like
Not healthy right
He
now.
was healthy last year, though.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
that was 1 year out of what, 5?
Let's move on from our Philadelphia Eagles. Let's examine the East for a few minutes here.
Oh God.
Ezekiel
here we go.
Elliott and his agent are not happy with Jerry Jones after the infamous Zeke gate.
Zeke.
After whatever sweat bag that they're going to push down their fans' throat is the next Ezekiel Elliott. Did kind of good in a preseason game, so now all of a sudden it's Zeke.
I actually like the fact that Jerry Jones trolled his player there because he knows he can't get out of the contract. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to make fun of you, and you're going to
No,
be here.
because I disagree with that. Jerry Jones was completely wrong because Dallas ain't nothing without Ezekiel Elliott. He's the straw that stirs
What
the
if they won
drink
with
for the-
Ezekiel Elliott?
I think if they pay
Oh,
Ezekiel
he's
Elliott,
great. Are
But
you
what
kidding
if
me?
Ezekiel
they
Elliott-
won with him?
Huh?
What if they won with him?
well, I mean, it's
They
the
won the division?
It's the
Okay,
Cowboys.
and
They
they
won the
lost.
East
They
last
lost
year.
to an Aaron Rodgers-led team when they weren't that good at home in the playoffs.
Okay, but that was 2 years. That was 2 years.
Okay, they were 13-3,
They won a
and they got
playoff-
exposed.
Okay, they won a playoff game last year, Kyle.
But they got exposed. They beat Seattle, who wasn't that good that last year, and they
Okay,
were
but
home.
You
Yeah, but
win
the
a playoff
Rams,
game. You
but
win
the
a playoff
Rams,
game.
it wasn't.
I don't take
it
too
wasn't,
much off that.
It wasn't.
Sorry,
the
their defense is
Cowboys-
awesome.
The Cowboys' offense was not the problem against the Rams. The Rams' offense
Well,
destroyed.
Dak
the
Dak
Cowboys'
couldn't move the
defense.
ball against the Rams.
That's precisely why
Yeah,
they need Zeke.
That's why they need Zeke.
but Zeke didn't do anything either.
'Cause
Look,
the
they
Rams,
got-
See,
they-
listen, I'm not saying. Listen,
Look,
I'm not
Rams'
saying
defense
Zeke is bad.
damn good.
He's also he's very good. Like he's a top 3 back in the league.
I
All I'm
agree.
saying is, I know why Jerry Jones doesn't want to put all of his money in on a running back. He's trying to pay
yeah.
his QB, and
Yeah,
I
but you can't
understand
pay-
that.
but he's
I don't
not
think
worth
that's the
$30
right.
million
I don't think that's
either.
the right QB to
yeah,
pay.
but who are you gonna
You'd
get?
rather play. You can figure.
He
you
is a
got-
game manager. Okay?
But he's a good game manager.
But you'd rather.
He
you
cannot
pay
throw
Dak.
the ball outside the numbers. He
It's
is an
true.
inside
That's
the numbers quarterback.
But he's good at doing what he does. That's what I'm saying. At least he's consistent.
I understand.
It's
but
tough to find consistent quarterbacks in the National Football
who would you
League.
rather pay?
Now,
You are
paying
not going
$40
to
million
win.
is not the option.
You're
You
not
have
going
trust
to
me.
win a Super Bowl if you
Hold
pay him $40 million.
Let's go.
That's a lot of
Ever.
money.
Not
Yeah.
him.
Not
Time
him.
out.
Not him.
That's a lot of money. I'm not saying pay him $40 million.
So
You
you'd
think
rather
he's better
pay.
than
You'd
Russell
rather
Wilson?
play Dak Prescott $30 million over Ezekiel Elliott?
Yeah. I would.
You're out,
You're out of your mind.
No, I'm serious.
You've
The
completely
reason
out of
why
your
the
mind.
reason why I'm saying this is because the quarterback is the most important position.
I
on the
agree with
field.
that.
I agree with you,
But-
but he is not.
He got them to the playoffs at a 13-3 record. All right.
He
He
has
was
been
the
steadily-
offensive rookie
He has
of the
been-
year.
He has been steadily. Robert Griffin III was the offensive.
He was
rookie
very
of the
good
year.
that year.
He
yes.
he's been.
Then he got injured though. Dak didn't get injured.
But Dak has been trending down ever since his rookie year.
I wouldn't say that. I feel.
I
like,
would.
I feel
Dak-
like.
he is
I
what
feel
he
like.
is. He has been trending
I feel like
down,
the
Kyle.
I feel like the criticism on Dak is actually unwarranted.
He doesn't.
To be honest with
he
you.
is not accurate outside the numbers. He doesn't
He's
have
very
a strong
inaccurate.
arm.
He's consistent though. That's what I'm saying.
Look,
He's
if you
the
want to say
short-
that he
I
has,
hate the Dallas Cowboys, and I can't believe I'm
no,
defending
we're
him right
being,
now.
We're being objective.
I'm
It's
being
fine.
objective.
We're good.
I would not pay.
He's not worth
I
the
agree.
money that he's
Dak
asking for. I understand
Prescott,
that.
If you're going to pay Dak Prescott, the most I would pay him is $20 million. That's the most.
He's gonna get more than that.
Well, then Dallas is foolish.
It's better to pay your quarterback than it is a running back. Running backs only last 6 years to 7 years.
Yeah, but
Really?
you
What
can
about
give
Adrian
Zach,
Peterson?
You can give
Adrian Peterson, listen,
you could give
He's a
Zeke 4
unicorn.
years without however much money he
I-
wants to make him happy, and you
Zeke,
have a better chance.
Zeke is a big.
He's good.
I don't care.
He's good. You
He's
know
a
the other
big,
problem with
strong
Zeke?
guy.
You know the other problem with Zeke?
Well, he gets
the
himself in
off
legal-
the field issues.
I agree, but you still.
He
you know
was
what?
at EDC when he's what? What is he? 24, 25?
Yeah.
He was at EDC having a good time.
Listen,
He pushes a security
Yeah,
guard.
I know what
Yeah.
he did. Listen, I'm not defending.
It's like,
him.
dude, you're getting paid millions of dollars. What are you doing?
He's an idiot. He's a knucklehead. But
Exactly.
You know what?
Which is
But Kyle,
why
you
Jerry
can-
Jones
but
doesn't
you
want to
don't
give him the
have to
money.
Guarantee the
Okay.
money in football.
Okay, so what's
You can
what,
have, you
say
can put
Zeke,
you
say
can put a
Zeke
behavior
doesn't.
clause in there. Listen. Are you telling me Zeke isn't worth $15 million a year?
100%.
For 4 years?
Let's just say you're an NFL owner, okay? All right.
I
Your
would put
best,
15
your
million.
be-
If
arguably,
Le'Veon
hold
Bell
on, hold
was
on,
making
hold on.
$13 million a year. I'd pay
Arguably,
Zeke 15.
arguably, your best player on the field in Ezekiel Elliott is asking for more money and wanting to hold out after he just got in trouble in Las Vegas. All right?
Okay.
If you're an NFL owner, what are you saying to him after that happened?
I'll give you the money, but
Sign right
but
here.
Sign
We're
right
putting-
here,
yeah.
and you know what?
Stipulations?
Here's the behavior clause, buddy. Okay, if you get suspended
Contract's
or you cause
void?
any shit,
He ain't
your
gonna sign
contract's
that.
void.
He's
Well,
not gonna
then
sign that.
He's not gonna have much of a choice.
You think if he hits the open market, the Bears or the Chiefs or
He
the
can't
Dolphins?
hit
Do
the
you
open
think
market.
any of
He's
these
under
other-
contract.
I understand that, but
if these other
if he
teams,
let's see if he hits the open
every
market
team
in 2
is gonna
years.
every
you
team's
don't
gonna
think
tell him
his new team's going to put behavior clauses in?
They may.
they all.
But they're
will.
not going to be as
They
extreme.
will.
They're not going to be as extreme. I know
Right,
Dallas.
because they realize that they're better with Ezekiel.
Dallas
than
had a
without.
stipulation
Dallas
in Des Bryant's contract that he had to be in the hotel at 12 a.m. At 12 a.m. All right? And if you don't believe me, look that up. It says
Okay.
exactly 12 a.m.
What's your point?
What's your
What
point?
my
So
point
that
is,
means he didn't
that's
get- and
what
obviously
Jerry
he
Jones
didn't.
wants to do with Zeke, and Zeke's not having it.
Well, then Zeke's not going to play.
Zeke might, then Zeke's not going to get what he wants.
Zeke will get his money.
But he's under
Zeke will
contract.
get-
He's fucked.
Zeke will get his money. Jerry's not stupid. Okay, Jerry also remembers that he won because he had Emmitt Smith. Okay, don't think he forgot who Emmitt Smith is.
Emmitt
Okay?
Smith is pretty damn
Emmitt
good, and I
Smith-
didn't even see him.
Emmitt Smith is one of the greatest running backs of all time. Okay, arguably, if you don't think that Zeke has the ability to be in the same class as Emmitt Smith, then you're not watching enough of Zeke. Zeke is really good. Okay,
Bill-
he could be.
Bill
he
Middle-
could be
listen,
that
Bill
good.
Middlebrook, who I go at it with all the time.
Listen,
okay?
I hate the Cowboys.
He said
but he's-
Dak will get $32 million.
That's foolish contract.
That's
I think he
foolish.
will.
You know
I
what?
agree.
Fine.
I think he
That's
will.
might.
He
You-
might.
You're
He
probably
might. You're
right, but
probably
I think
right.
that's a foolish
That's
contract.
foolish.
Yeah.
He's just not. He's not worth 30. Are you telling me he's in the same class as Russell Wilson?
He's
'Cause
not.
you know
He's
what?
not as bad as you guys
you
think
know what?
he is.
He
He
is-
swept us twice
he
last
is a
year.
wart on an elephant's ass compared to Russell Wilson.
True.
A wart on an elephant's ass.
Listen, this. I
Come
understand.
on, Kyle.
I understand we
You
have.
gotta
An,
be-
I
you
understand
can't
we
be
have an
serious.
agenda to hate
Do
the
you think-
Cowboys, but
do
you
you
have
think-
to be real for
Do
a
you think
second.
he's better than Aaron Rodgers?
No.
Do you think he's better than Drew Brees?
No.
Do you
I'm
think
not saying he's
than-
better than all these
Then
elite
how-
players.
then
I'm
why
saying
is
that
he
he's
making more
consistent
money
at what
then?
he does.
Why does he make money? Why does he think he deserves more money than them?
Because if you want to go after gold,
Because he's a greedy,
ask for it.
Because he's a greedy piece of shit, and he's not going to get his way.
Do you like
And
money?
If you don't like it,
Do you like money?
Sure, I do. But
Okay,
but
there
you know
go.
what? But I also-
Exactly.
but I also
he
gotta
loves
know
money to the point where he's in a position to where he could get the most for his value.
he still has to play.
He will play.
You know what? The Cowboys. Will
Why not
draft-
ask for it?
The Cowboys will draft another quarterback and tell him to hit the road if they're smart.
How's that going to happen? They're never going to be in the top 5.
They can always trade for one or sign a free agent. Or
Who are
give
they
up
gonna
after
trade
the
for?
draft. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm
Come-
not Jerry
guys,
Jones.
it's common
I'm not,
sense.
I'm not
You gotta pay
Stephen
your
Jones. I'm
quarterback.
not the GM. I don't know. That's
All right.
that's their call.
Let's move on. Jonathan Mara spoke today, Brad.
Oh,
He
Jesus
says
Christ.
he hopes that Eli Manning plays every game and has a successful season. Daniel Jones has looked fantastic in preseason. The Giants' defense has looked damn good in preseason with Connolly from Wisconsin jumping up.
It's preseason.
So you're not – it doesn't tickle you at all that the Giants are looking
The only thing that's
kinda
the only,
good
the
and-
only
and-
thing that the only thing that tickles me is that I think Daniel Jones is really looking good. I like what I've seen
It
from
is
him.
preseason.
But as far as the defense is concerned,
Mr. Lawrence looks good.
their offense looks pretty good. But as far as their defense goes, let me see them make a big stop in the fourth quarter before I start going crazy. Because you know what? Last year, They didn't stop anybody in the fourth
Brad,
quarter.
you're doing what I'm doing right now. When I saw Sam Bradford go 11 for 11 against Green Bay in 2015, I was like, we're going to go to the Super Bowl. Guess what? Nothing.
Sam Bradford couldn't move. This kid can actually move.
Okay,
he
so
can move
what?
around.
but what's the
He's
thresh-
got good
what has to-
mobility.
what
He's
You
has
got to
very
see him in the
accurate.
regular season before you say,
Exactly.
oh, he's the next Joe Montana.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I
did
like
say
what
that.
I've seen. I like
Okay,
what
but
I've
what
seen.
has to? How bad does it have to get for the Giants this year for him to play?
If they're 1-6, he'll be out there.
I mean, 1-6. Is
It's
bad.
pretty fucking
That's
bad.
pretty bad.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it'll last till 1-6.
Who, Eli?
No, I don't think that record will last till 1-6 before he sees the
Well, I don't
field.
think the Giants are going to be 1-6.
I don't think they will either because
They
they
have a
very
favorable
easy,
schedule. They have a favorable schedule to start off, and
But they're gonna
I
the
think they
season-
have 2 wins. I
they
think
will be-
everybody's
they're
going to
gonna
be
have
beating
to
up on
be-
the Redskins.
They're gonna they're gonna have to be out of playoff contention before you start seeing Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to have to be painfully obvious that they're not going to make the playoffs, and if they do make the playoffs, they'll get murdered in round one.
Mhm.
When it gets to that point, that's when I think you will see Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones.
Okay. In other words, they could be 5-4 and still have a chance to make the playoffs. But if every good team they played against, i.e., Philly, they lose 35-10. When they play Dallas, they lose 42-14. Okay, but they're
don't you
beating
think-
up Buffalo and they're
Hold on,
beating up
hold
the
on,
other
hold on,
bad
hold on.
teams.
You think their defense isn't improved at all from last season?
I think how could it be worse?
Well, they got rid of Landon Collins. I mean,
how could it be worse? Landon
Yeah,
Collins
Peppers
couldn't
is
cover
pretty-
me.
Peppers is pretty good.
he's a good tackler, though.
He's a good player against he's one of the best box safeties in the NFL. He might
Why would
be
you
the
just
best
get rid of him?
because he can't cover anybody. And in the NFL
Wasn't
these
he a
days,
Pro Bowler?
huh?
Wasn't he a Pro Bowler?
Yeah, he was a Pro Bowler, but he
Okay.
can't cover anybody.
But he's better than what you have.
Not when it comes to coverage. Peppers is a better coverage guy than he is.
I guess.
Nah, I like Jabril Peppers a lot.
You're gonna pay. So you wanted to pay Collins the $84 million?
No, I don't.
That's
think
what he
he's
was
worth-
asking
I don't-
for?
That's,
what
what
he got. You want to pay him
88.
$84 million?
We already paid him, so what's the problem?
They didn't pay him
They didn't
anything.
pay
He's
him
on his rookie
anything.
contract.
He
A
was.
second round rookie contract.
Yeah.
Okay.
He left as a free agent. He wanted $80 million. I
Look,
wouldn't
they
give him
didn't-
$80 million.
they didn't deem
either.
him
And the
as-
Redskins gave it to him, right?
Yeah.
Gettleman did.
Gettleman didn't
Makes
think
sense
he
because
was
the
worth it.
Redskins are just so far off the loop that it's ridiculous. You know, I
Kyle,
don't like the Redskins
listen,
at all,
I
and their
love-
fucking
I
owner's a
love Landon
moron.
Collins. Don't get me wrong. He gave his heart and soul. He always played hard. He was always emotionally involved. Okay, but he couldn't cover anybody.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Dallas game?
You
How they were
can't have
tearing him up.
safeties. You can't have
You
safeties.
can't have a
that
safety
can't
in the NFL
cover.
in 2019 that can't cover.
Not
Right.
gonna work.
You can't. He's not a good. He can't cover anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and James Betcher's defense. Your safeties have to be good covered defenses.
And
he does
Peppers-
not work in that. Peppers is not as good a tackler. He's not as good against the run. But the Giants went and they drafted a guy to play nose tackle that is good against the run. So they're figuring what they lose with Collins, they got with their nose tackle.
They're guessing.
Well,
They're
hoping.
guessing.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I
what
mean,
they're trying. But
that's
what they're
player
trying to do.
evaluations are. Nobody has
that's-
a crystal ball. That's what
That's
it is.
correct. The Giants
I have a
don't. The
crystal
Giants pass rush.
Based on your takes on
is
this program,
based
you
on-
don't.
Giants
I've
pass
been pretty
rush
on tonight.
is not going to be
Your opinion. You have
good.
pretty,
That's
you've
the
been
problem.
Pretty on tonight.
That's where they're going to be lacking.
Mm.
That's what I'm worried about. I mean, I'm hoping they can be 8-8. I'm hoping against hope. That's my goal for this team this year. If we can go 8-8, that's a big step forward. Daniel Jones gets his feet wet. Okay, then we'll have $100 million.
Why don't you just start Daniel Jones week 1 and just call it a day?
Because they won't do it, and I'm not the GM, so I can't do anything about it, Kyle. If
Yeah.
it was up to me, I would, and I would go 4-12, and then I could get myself another really, really good player.
Draft another quarterback in the
draft.
first round.
Oh, you're not going
Draft
to.
Tua.
You're not going to get to it.
Have him back up Daniel Jones.
Yeah, you're
Bob
not gonna
Brady-
get. I'll tell you what. If they did draft Tua, then you'd have two quarter. You could probably trade one of the quarterbacks and get yourself a hell of a lot. But
Yeah, the Arizona
would be
Cardinals
dumb.
set
Yeah.
quite a precedent there.
yeah, but if the guy looked, but he was terrible though.
Kyler Murray.
No, well, not Kyler Murray. Josh Rosen was terrible.
He sucks.
Yeah,
Bob-
he's not even starting in Miami. Who's
Ryan
starting? Ryan
Fitzpatrick.
Well, you got the
Fitzpatrick.
Fitz-
That's
you
how
got the
bad he
Fitzmagic.
is. I mean, that's not good.
No.
You see that? You see him running around the other night, Fitzpatrick, and he lowered his shoulder on that linebacker and just obliterated him.
God.
Listen,
Stupid
Fitzpatrick. One thing
QBs.
I would say
I
about
know it was stupid, but it worked and it was
Yeah.
sick.
one thing I would say about Fitzpatrick, you can say what you want about him.
He's okay.
You can't question his toughness
No,
and his grittiness.
and his beard.
No, he's got a great beard, and you know what?
He's Harvard smart.
He goes out and he gives you everything he's got. The problem with him is he's so wildly inconsistent. You know, you never know if you're going to get Fitzmagic or the Ryan Fitzpatrick horror show.
Dude, his online dating profile must blow the fuck up. Harvard grad, starting NFL quarterback. It's a total package.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then we get to the Redskins. Oh, Bob Braman checks in. That's why they overpaid for him. The Skins see the next Sean Taylor in Collins. Good luck to the Redskins, because I think the Redskins are the worst team in the NFL. I think they're going to be historically bad. I think they win 2-3 games this year. I think they
You think their defense is pretty good? Their defense is still pretty good.
Yeah, but they're not starting Haskins off the bat. All indications are he's not ready. Colt McCoy is injured. Looks like it's going to be Case Keenum, who I'm not impressed with at all. Their running back, Darius Geis is coming off an ACL. Adrian Peterson's a million years old. Chris Thompson can't carry the load. Jordan Reed's always hurt. They have no receivers.
Crowder is gone.
Crowder's gone. Josh Norman's a good player, but, we just talked for 15 minutes about Landon Collins and his deficiencies.
He's great against the run.
Right.
But you can throw all day when he's out there. He's not a ball hawk.
Listen,
he's
they
a good
have
player,
Kerrigan
but you
and
can't.
Montez Sweat. They have a couple guys you can get
They
after.
can.
On the
They can.
pass
They
rush.
have a good. They have a good defense, but their defense is not good enough for them to overcome their offense.
It seems all they do is disgruntle their only Pro Bowler, Trent Brown, their franchise left tackle. All they do is piss him off.
Foolish
for whatever
Demon, no, he's
reason.
not. Foolish Demon said, Rosen is good with a clean pocket. He's a young Kerry Collins.
Kerry Collins.
Young
Great.
Kerry Collins.
Kerry Collins was a drunk.
Kerry Collins still got the Giants to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, what happened?
Huh? He went up against one of the greatest defenses
What
of all
was it,
time and got
35-7
killed.
or something like that?
34-7. Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
That defense was really good though.
Well, when Kerry Collins was off the sauce, he was
Kerry
kinda
Collins
good.
had two
'Cause
really
he
good.
took the
He-
Panthers. He took the Panthers to the NFC Championship game as a they were an
As a
expansion
rookie.
team.
As a rookie.
As a rookie expansion
That's
team.
correct. And he also
yeah,
when
but
he
so
was
did
with
Jake
the Giants.
Delhomme.
With
Took
the
him to
Giants,
Super
he
Bowl.
took
They
them
weren't
to
an
the Super
expansion
Bowl.
team.
No, they weren't.
Expansion team is that's
They beat
He
our
took-
team.
He took the Giants to the Super
Wasn't that the
Bowl.
year
He also got them to a playoff game against the 49ers in which they were robbed when they blew that 39-14 game because their defense couldn't hang on to a 39-14 lead.
Oh, the Giants.
and T.O. was going off.
So
What a bunch of losers.
It is what it is. But Collins
Is that
has
the
some
game
good
where T.O. was
moments.
shaking the pom-poms?
The good old pom-pom shake.
I love me. I had my T.O. jersey out yesterday
Yep.
at my fantasy football draft.
Brought out the Sharpie, right?
He did that on Monday night against Seattle.
Yeah.
That was epic. And then when he went to the Star and slammed it down.
Bill Mitterwick said, ask us who they'd rather have, Cousins or Dak.
I'll take Dak's mobility.
Yeah.
I don't think Kirk Cousins is.
I take
much of a-
Dak 100 out of 100 times, Bill.
Yeah, that's scary that I'm sticking up for Dak like that. But Kirk Cousins, I hate that.
I don't
He's
like-
so
I don't like
underrated.
Kirk Cousins at
Cousins,
all.
Cousins
so
is a stiff.
No, yeah, it stinks.
He's a stiff.
Even on his gender reveal for his son, he fucking threw the ball all the way to the ground. He missed the whole thing.
I mean, he's a stiff.
84 mil fully guaranteed. He can't even hit the balloon on the gender
Yeah.
reveal.
Yeah, exactly. What the hell?
Such a hipster thing to do, a gender reveal party.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Get it. All right, Frank, let's take a break. Sports Hounds will be back right after this. We'll go around the NFL, make some playoff predictions, maybe some Super Bowl predictions, and we'll talk about the Phillies, Yankees, and all the happenings of the MLB. Sports Hounds, A2D Radio. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
A2D Radio, Sports Hounds. We're back in the Real Talk Studios. An off-the-rail first hour. I'm Rob Brinkman. He's Kyle Meager. Brad
Yes, it
Ryer,
was.
Frank Vesby producing. Some new bumper music. That's good work out of Frank there.
Yeah.
Hour 2, brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC. Certified accountants. Visit GibsonMayerLLC.com. There are certified accountants. Make them yours. Visit
Sounds like that,
GibsonMayerLLC.com.
It sounds like that 90s strip club music. You know, when they're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
what it
in.
sounds like.
I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah. I like the bump. It's a good bump. I like it. Anyway, let's go around the NFL and we throw out some playoff predictions, some takes, some breakout
What the hell
guys
is
for
that?
people having fantasy drafts. Let's start in the AFC West. Antonio Brown can't seem to find a helmet that pleases him. His feet are shredded because he didn't wear shoes in a cryogenics machine.
sorry.
Mike Mayock is done with it. I'm sure John Gruden is done with it. I'm sure Derek Carr is done with it.
It's all a circus.
This is just his scheme
He doesn't
of
want to play in the preseason.
in the preseason or practice.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to practice. That's what it boils down to.
5.5 wins for the Raiders this year. Over or under?
Over.
Over.
Both over.
Yep.
I think it's a fair number.
That's a snap over. That's.
So
6 or 7.
Yeah, it's 6 or 7.
I got 8.
Do you think they finished third in the West or last in the
third.
West?
Third.
You think
Yeah.
they beat out Denver?
Yeah.
They played
Yeah.
Denver.
Broncos.
They played Denver week 1. So that
Derek
could be
Carr
a-
is
The Broncos.
too good
The
to-
Broncos
it's
can't
like
score.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's going to be the problem with them. They're not going to be able to score.
Right.
But I like their pass rush a lot, Tyler. T. Weston.
Yeah.
Shout out. Like their pass rush a lot.
Not bad at all.
So, Derwin James
Mm-hmm.
out for 4 months. All pro safety as a rookie. That's a big hole in the Chargers secondary there. That's not good to have a hole in your secondary when you got to play Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs
Yep.
twice a year.
Not
So
at all.
I'm going to throw out the Chiefs as the AFC West champions.
Absolutely.
And I don't know because now they got James out and Gordon.
What's happening
that
with
is-
Melvin Gordon?
That is I haven't
Is
heard.
Gordon
I
gonna,
haven't heard
is Gordon not going to show up? Is Gordon
I
not
haven't
going
heard
to
it.
play?
I haven't heard a peep about it.
No.
So that's not good.
Is this Gordon's walk year?
Yes, it's the same
So
situation.
he can do
as
the same
Le'Veon
thing
Bell.
that Le'Veon Bell did.
That's correct.
So he
he
can
can.
take a year off and get healthy
Yep.
if that's what he wants
Seems
to do.
like that's going to be his stance.
100%.
Too
So-
bad the NFL is starting to turn into the NBA now.
So
These
you're
guys trying
they
to tell
should
everybody
because
where they
it's
want.
bullshit that these teams just fuck these running backs until they're dry and then toss them to the wayside.
Oh, I
It's
Toss him to
completely
the
wrong.
Wolves.
No, they don't because they don't get
It's
a long
wrong.
enough career. Yeah,
It's wrong.
they should get paid better.
And then when it's time to pay them, oh, we'll use you too much. Okay, so you used me too much when I was making $750,000 a year because it's all schemed against them. Because taking a running back in the first round isn't the norm. Running backs need like their own collective bargaining agreement in the NFL. It's a joke what happens to them. So I definitely see Zeke's frustration. I see Le'Veon Bell's frustration and Melvin Gordon's frustration.
We have somewhat breaking news from the NFL.
Do we?
Raiders wide receiver Antonio Brown has filed a grievance, a new one in parentheses, against the NFL over its
What is he-
attempt
He doesn't like cleats.
to
Doesn't like
prevent
his cleats now.
him from wearing a short air advantage helmet less than 10 years old per Pro Football Talk.
Look, I mean, I think
He's out of his mind.
I think Mike Mayock hit the nail right on the head. It's time to be all in or all out. Like it's time. Like stop with this.
you know,
Just go to practice. Tell him you're not going to play in the preseason games. I'm sure Mayock and Gruden and Derek Carr and the rest of the important Raiders higher-ups won't have a problem with it. So don't
He's
need to make
really-
a circus out of it. It's narcissism
but he is.
at its
But
finest.
he is a circus act right now.
Absolutely.
He's a freak.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something.
The only
definitely-
thing that saves him is he's a freak on the field as well. He's so good at
there's
football.
Something.
probably
There's
the best
something
in the league.
mentally.
I think he's the best in the league.
There's
yeah.
something mentally
DeAndre.
wrong with him. right now.
I couldn't agree more. So,
Odell is right there too.
and I don't know
what he wants to play.
We'll
He has
circle,
so much passion, though. That's different.
we'll circle back around and do our wild card picks. But AFC West, are you a Chiefs guy, Brad?
The Chiefs are.
You got to go Chiefs.
Yeah,
Or
the
they got
Chiefs.
Spags in the mix now?
Chiefs are going to be 13-3.
Maybe.
I don't have their schedule in front
Yeah,
of me.
I
and
think
I hate
I think 13.
that's my biggest pet peeve with August football talk is doing wins losses. I hate
Yeah,
the exercise.
I like 13.
Like your boy Francesca, give him a win, dog.
Francesca is a goat at radio. I
He
love
is.
Francesca.
Yeah, I
He's
do
a
too.
fucking shotch
I-
loser
I
asshole.
love Francesca. He's so funny.
I would school that guy in
hilarious.
any
Yeah.
sports debate on the under the planet.
I don't think you'd want to.
Yeah,
do that.
I
He drinks
school-
Coca-Cola every single day.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does.
that's great. So that makes him a good rate.
No, he's just a
No, it's just funny to look at.
He's lucky that he got hooked up with Mad Dog Russo. Mad Dog Russo was the straw that
great
stirred
show.
the drink. Yeah,
That
because
was a
of
great
Mad
show.
Dog Russo, not because of Mike Francesca.
Most people.
It's Francesca.
Most
And what
people-
is- Francesco,
Most people.
Mike
would-
Francesco. That's
most
what I'm gonna
people
call
in
him.
New York. Most people in New York would strongly disagree with you. Most
Yeah.
people couldn't stand Russo.
Yeah.
They
Oh
think
my
he's an
gosh,
idiot.
man,
and
Good
everybody
afternoon, everybody.
likes- Yeah.
Oh
nah.
my gosh, I love high heat on it
Yeah.
when I'm off
Well,
in
he's
the
good.
afternoon.
He's good on high.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's good on
him
high
and
heat.
Cowherd are my favorite national guys.
Oh my fucking god! Really?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Why?
Coward.
Cowherd's a marketing genius.
He's a mush. That's what he is. He
his-
said that the Eagles are by far the most talented team in the division. Now watch Dallas win the division because he said that.
Okay, but
Oh, you think he's jinxing him now?
Hell yeah. He always talks bad about Philadelphia. We always do good. Now he's going to talk good about
he
Philadelphia.
does
Now we're going to
that.
do bad.
Yeah, but it's all a scheme.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's all a scheme because he knows we're gonna all watch him to see what he says about Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So it's all a scheme.
I used to like him on Sports Nation with Michelle Beadle, but
Yeah.
that was his shtick. Now this is kind of like, whatever.
I think he's very talented, bro. I enjoy watching the Herd.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Well, I'll agree to disagree on that. one.
Okay, but let's digress.
I like
okay.
Stephen A. Smith.
Let's go. Lay off the damn weed.
Because he was on crack. I love him.
You got Dak Prescott, who can't throw outside the numbers. Ezekiel Elliott's in Cabo, and all the other knuckleheads can't stay off the weed. That's priceless.
He's great.
But he's nauseating. Okay, let's go to the AFC North. A lot of buzz. I've made my final decision on the Browns. I'm in on the Browns. The Browns are going to win the North. They have a great They have a great offensive line. They have a great running back in Nick Chubb. That needs to be their bread and butter. They can't, because if they get pass happy and want to throw the ball 50, 60 times a game because they have two great receivers in Baker Mayfield, who I do think is a franchise quarterback, they won't win the division because I think the Steelers are very good as well, and the Ravens are.
Ravens. That's my pick.
I like the Ravens too.
Yeah.
I just think there's
I
too
like
many-
Lamar Jackson.
I like them too.
Yeah.
I think the problem with the Browns
Huge
is there are
injury
too many-
risk.
There's too many.
I don't
egos
think
on
they
that
have enough
team.
weapons around Lamar Jackson.
What's
not
gonna
buying
happen?
it.
What's gonna happen when the clown from Kansas City comes back?
Which
Kareem
one?
Hunt.
Kareem Hunt.
I wouldn't say
he's
he's a clown. I mean, he's gonna
pretty
be.
good- he's a good
pretty
player.
damn good player.
Yeah, I know, but what's gonna happen? He's gonna want the ball on every down.
No, he's
Odell's
not.
gonna want the ball on every down. Landry's gonna want the ball on every down.
Well,
on every
listen,
down.
Kareem Hunt. I mean, what's he out? 8 or 10 games?
8.
8.
Yeah. Would I draft him in the back end in fantasy? Absolutely.
Yeah, he's on my list.
Yeah.
Back end, absolutely. I think Nick Chubb is really talented. I
Yeah.
think he could go for 1,300
They
yards
got rid
this
of
year.
Duke Johnson because he sucks. Yeah. Everyone
So
wanted
they
Duke
have-
Johnson here, and I was like, you got to be fucking
Do
kidding
they
me.
have? The question with the Browns is
I think Myles Garrett's
With
going to
all
win
the
Defensive
crazy-
Player of the Year.
with all the
Maybe.
crazy ass players that they have on their team, is their coach going to be able to keep them in line?
Well, it's gonna
Who,
be-
Freddie Kitchens?
Yeah.
I don't know about
First-year
that, but I
coach.
think Baker
That's what makes
Mayfield.
me-
Baker Mayfield is not going to take any of that shit. He already called his receivers out big time in training camp a couple of times.
Well, good
and-
for him. If he's doing that, listen, he better.
Baker's a
because-
leader. He's a culture changer. Tommy
I can't disagree. with that.
Tommy A had it from Jump Street.
That's
He also likes Kyler Murray, though, so let's back
Well,
off
I
from
mean,
that a little bit.
he likes Oklahoma
Yes.
quarterback. I mean, 1 for 2.
Well,
I
we
mean,
haven't seen enough Kyler
What can you
Murray
do?
to make a
It's
decision
Tom.
yet.
1 for 2 is a good average.
They're all his kids.
Yeah, but again, you
Double
can't-
Herrera was too.
Yeah. Until he, like,
One
punched
for
his
three.
girlfriend in the face for
1
splitting
for 3.
pens.
Yeah, and he was also hitting about 190 when he did it too.
That didn't help, Brad.
Well, he needs to be hitting
So,
about 340 when he's
You
doing
guys
that.
are Ravens guys in the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Ravens.
I like the
Lamar
Ravens.
Jackson. I mean,
He's very good.
Yeah.
He just needs to learn how to throw the ball.
I agree with you, and he looks better in preseason at throwing the ball, and he's a dynamic athlete. But
He'll get better.
I mean, Ingram. I mean, Mark Andrews at tight end. I mean, who's their? They have a bunch of rookies at receiver.
They have
Young and
CJ Mosley, right?
Yeah.
He's
no,
on the
he's on the
Jets.
Jets.
He's on the Jets now. Okay.
Earl Thomas. They added their.
No, they
defense.
added the guy from Minnesota though, right? They
Yeah.
added one of those linebackers. I think so.
I know they added Earl Thomas. I don't know.
They did add
I-
Earl
Earl
Thomas.
Thomas,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
I don't think that Lamar has enough around him to sustain success. And Lamar's going to be an injury risk if he's going to be running around as much as Harbaugh says he's going to be running around. So I can't get there.
What about the Steelers?
I like the Steelers. We're going to circle back around with our AFC wild cards, but I think the Steelers are going to
I
be
think
one
the
of mine.
Steelers are going to be a wild card.
Yeah.
That I definitely think is going to happen.
I think Big Ben's going to have a really good year.
Yeah, I like them as a
And
wild
I think
card.
their defense is
I
going to be much
I don't
improved.
like the Browns. I think the Browns are off the board.
You're not in on the Browns.
No, not at all.
Brad's out.
I think with all those knuckleheads on that team, even though they got
It's
Baker,
valid.
I think it's going to be a problem.
It's
this
not
year.
out of the question that they fall short.
Yeah, I want to see them play as a team. They got to prove to me that they can do that.
All right, let's go to the AFC South. This is by far the easiest prediction for me. It's the Colts.
The Colts.
I think the Colts are going to be the 1 seed in the AFC. I don't think any other team in that division makes the playoffs.
You think they're going to be a 1 seed?
That's correct, sir.
You think they're going to have a better record than New England
Yes, I do.
or Kansas City?
I mean, the West is better than the South, and I think the East is equally bad. But the Patriots seem to always start slow and then
yeah, that's true.
get better.
That's true.
Just because of the 1 seed doesn't mean they're going to beat New England in the AFC Championship game.
Well, they didn't. The Patriots. It doesn't matter if they play on the road or at home.
I think
in
it's going to take the
playoffs.
Patriots offense some time this season.
Well, they're not going to have Gronk.
They
to
don't
be
have
able
Gronk.
To lean
You know,
on.
they Josh Gordon's just getting back in the mix. Like, who's going to get the ball at running? James White, Sony Michel.
Bill Belichick will figure that out. Don't worry.
I have no doubt that he will, but
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, that's the one thing he will.
wouldn't surprise me if they started 1-2.
Well, they usually do start like that.
One team that I've decided that I'm out on is the Jets. I think Adam Gase stinks.
Wow.
I just think he's not a very good coach, and I don't think they should have hired him. I think Bell is interesting, but, I mean, Jamison Crowder, Robbie Anderson, that's an okay receiver. I mean, they have a lot of talent on their D-line. I think they're going to fall just short. Unless Sam Darnold
They lost
unless
that one
Sam Darnold
linebacker,
is
though.
just
That was
so much better, because you're a big Darnold guy. I see it rolling in your eyes.
that one
unless
linebacker
Darnold
they
is
lost
just
was bad.
so much better than I think he's going to be. And great point, Brad. They do have not a great offensive line.
No, they don't have a good
So I
offensive
think-
line.
I think
but
it's the
They also
Patriots-
lost their linebacker. I can't remember the guy's name.
Mosley?
No, they have Mosley.
They have Mosley.
The other guy that they picked up on
Anthony
the other side.
Barr.
Huh?
Anthony Barr. They had him and then he left.
No,
Right.
not Anthony Barr. No, they one of their guys got injured. He's out for the season.
Oh, Williamson?
Yeah,
Williamson, yeah. And
that's a big loss for them.
yeah, I think the Patriots.
That's a big loss for them.
I think it's the Patriots and the Patriots alone in the East. Like,
Yeah, I
like
would agree.
usual.
I would agree.
I think the Jets are better. The Jets might get to 9-7. But I don't think it's going to be enough. You like the Jets. I know you like the
I
Jets.
do.
I think the Jets are going to be.
Would
I
you
think
like
the
to
Jets are gonna be
expand
right
on
there.
why you like the Jets?
Would I like to expand on why I like the Jets?
Yeah.
I think Sam Darnold's going to be a beast this year.
Sam
Okay.
Darnold
Having
is,
Le'Veon
is
Bell
going to
definitely
be-
takes pressure off of him when he was already beast to begin with. I
So
love their
will Jamison
defensive
Cr-
front
so will
where they got
Jamison
the kid
Crowder.
from Alabama. Jamison Crowder's a good weapon. Robbie Anderson's a good weapon. And this is exactly what I think's going to
They
happen.
really fucked up with their kicker though.
I think Tom Brady is going to get hurt this year. And I think the Jets are going to win the division.
Come on. Like, how can you predict an injury?
He's 42 years old.
Yeah, okay.
He's old. Very old.
All right, so let's circle back. So I have the Chiefs, the Browns, Colts, and the Patriots as division championships.
Mhm.
Division champions.
Mhm.
You guys have the Ravens in the North.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you like for wild card?
The wild card, Jacksonville.
Pittsburgh and San Diego.
Pittsburgh and San Diego. I think I have to agree with Brad.
I go Jacksonville and San Diego.
So
Yeah,
you
I
think
still
Nick
not-
Foles is going to carry them to the playoffs?
Yes.
I still.
So you must think
not
Fournette's going to be
climbing
pretty
on
good
them.
then.
Yes.
I'm not climbing on that bandwagon. I got off that bandwagon last year. I predicted that they wouldn't make
Yeah,
the playoffs.
you were hot. What? Who?
Jacksonville.
You had
I
it.
had them
You
right
had
on
it
the
stone.
nose.
You had stone right.
Their
Stone
their
cold
defense
lock.
was going to aggravate the hell out of their offense, and the team was going to go down the tubes, and that's exactly what happened.
We should make a pick'em thing on Yahoo or something and pick the games against the spread.
Well,
See-
I already do that. I buy in for $100. And
I mean,
if
just between the three of us
Let's
for
do
fun.
it. Let's do it.
Maybe I don't know. We'll
Let's
make
do like
it,
$10 buy-in or something like that.
No, let's do it like a loser buys dinner or something like
Chicken parm.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm down.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the NFC. We're all in agreement that the Eagles win the NFC East.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Intriguing division, the NFC North.
Green Bay.
Bears.
You like the Bears? You like Green Bay? Minnesota? No one's on Minnesota.
No.
The Bears' defense is really,
Beastly.
really good. And if Trubisky keeps
Do you believe in Mitchell?
Yep.
You know.
I thought he played
Brett.
pretty well against the Eagles. I really do. I mean, listen, he looked really good in the fourth quarter. He led them down the field. He gave them every chance to win that game, and they didn't take it. And they couldn't do it. That
still
wasn't
can't.
on Mitchell.
Yeah, because the kicker choked it out.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He did everything he could.
I was in a
to
bar
win
watching
game.
that game, and someone had money on the Bears. They took their Corona bottle and threw it all at the bottles. Like he was pissed, and he got thrown out there in 2 seconds.
Well, yeah, he should.
That was awesome.
You can't be destroying people's property when you lose it back.
He like threw like a bunch of bowling pins.
Yeah, I can see why he'd be mad though. That would be really aggravating.
Cody Parkey hit the upright 5 times last year.
Bob
the same one each time.
Yeah.
Bob Brinkman. Chiefs played division rivals twice, and they were all good, so it's going to be tough for them to have the best record. I don't disagree. That's a good point by Bob. Do we have anything on YouTube?
Yeah, I'll check right now.
Okay, but, I mean, I guess I got to go Bears. I don't know, it just seems to always be
Bryce
something.
Blackwell's talking about his picks. He says Eagles, Bears, Falcons, and Rams division winners. Wild
We
card
haven't gotten
Saints
to
and 49ers.
We haven't gotten to that yet.
Well, I have Carolina as the number 2 seed.
Yeah, I have the Saints as the number 1
I'll go
seed.
Bears in the North. Let's talk about the South.
Let's go to the South.
Saints.
I'm out on
Carolina.
the Saints.
I got
Saints
Carolina.
are babies.
Saints are going to be
And I hate them.
13-3, maybe 14-2.
I don't think there's that record out there because the Bucks aren't good, but they're not a pushover, and they did beat the Saints.
No, just leave it at they're not good. It doesn't matter if they have Bruce Arians or not. They're not good.
Okay, but if anybody can get Jameis Winston to
Rob,
reach
they're
their
not good.
I just said they're not good, but they're not. What are they going to win? 6 games?
Maybe 5.
5 probably, 5-11.
Okay, they're not
They're not
bad
good.
enough to where it's just a roll.
They're not going to be
game,
2-12 if that's
Yeah.
the question.
which
they're
is
not-
my point.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
or
So
not
you
2-12.
like
They're not going to be
you like
2-14.
Carolina. Atlanta's going to be good. I just hate the Saints, and I'm not picking them. Fuck them. Bunch of crybabies.
I
You
don't
lost.
like them either. They stole our masks.
They had every opportunity to win that NFC Championship game, even after the blown call, and they were too butthurt and let the refs cloud their judgment, and they couldn't take advantage.
Yep.
So that's apparently good enough for a lawsuit and just all kinds of nonsense, millennial bullshit that I hate. I can't stand the Saints.
Didn't they have
make
a
me
parade?
Yeah, they make me sick. The Saints make me sick. They make me sick to my stomach. Them and the Vikings. So I hope both those teams, along with the Cowboys and the Giants,
Loser teams.
yeah, burn in hell. They're losers.
Yep.
So
I'm not disagreeing with you.
it's 3-horse race in the NFC Central or NFC South. Excuse me.
So you're-
Carolina, I like
so you're
Carolina.
So you're throwing the Saints out. They're going to come in fourth. Then,
Yes,
Rob.
I think
They're going to come in fourth.
No, they're going to come in.
You just said that it's a 3-horse race. You're not. They're not. They're not one of the 3 horses.
Damn, he's catching
Yes,
you
they
today.
are.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make
What do
sure.
you mean?
He's catching you today.
What are you talking
He's coming
about?
out with good rebuttals.
I didn't say that though. I said Tampa Bay is not that bad, and it's a 3-horse race in the
Okay.
meaning
think they're not gonna-
meaning the
you
3
think they're not-
horses
you think
are
they're
the
not gonna make
Saints,
the-
the Falcons, and the Panthers. And I'm not picking the Saints. I'm picking the Saints third.
Okay.
I'm picking the Saints third. You want to talk about old QBs with Brady getting hurt? Drew Brees is 40.
He also plays in a dome.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That does help.
I mean, who's their playmakers besides Michael Thomas and Kamara?
I just went
How
over
many
this with
playmakers
someone
like
else.
that good do you want to have?
I just went over this with someone
need a
else. I
team.
don't think the Saints are going to be shit this year. I really don't.
I would strongly disagree.
Every year there's
Well, I mean,
these teams.
on paper, though, you would strongly disagree with that because they just got to the NFC
Yeah, but
Championship game.
every year there's teams like this that did really good the previous year
I think
that
the
don't
Rams are
make.
going to fall off.
I think the Rams are going to. Those are my two that I guess bold predictions. I don't like the word hot take.
I
Those are
don't
my
know.
bold predictions.
I don't know.
I have
that the
Seattle.
why would the Rams fall off? They're a young team.
Because
I think-
you don't know if Gurley's going to be there every single
I have
game.
questions about
Jared Goff
Gurley.
looked absolutely terrible in the Super Bowl.
He did.
Cooper Kupp I don't know if he's coming back anytime
Their
soon.
defense is still
It's
outstanding.
okay. I like Seattle in the West.
I do
don't-
too.
I think
I like Seattle.
the Rams are still the beast
Good
of the
pick.
West.
That's Saints and Rams out.
Yep.
NFC.
Yeah, no,
out.
I think the Saints and Rams are going to be in.
And then I have.
49ers.
I'm gonna pick.
The
No,
49ers stink.
I'm not
They
there with them
stink.
yet. I'm not. Like,
They
is
have no-
George
they
Kittle
still-
really gonna do that again? Is
Maybe.
Jimmy G
I
coming
think he's
back?
a pretty damn good tight end.
Is Jimmy G coming back? I don't know. First off, he's coming off an injury.
A pretty
Second of
serious
all,
one.
I don't know how good he is. They gave him all this money
He's
with
playing
no
tonight.
track record. Yeah, and that's if he's really there. I mean, you make $27 million a year. You got him out there on a potential bad knee against.
He's not out there now.
I mean, he was.
Mullins is playing now.
And, you have no choice but to put him in week 1 because C.J. Beathard and Nate Mullins are complete
Nick Mullins.
trash.
No,
Nick,
they're not
whatever his
good.
name is. He's terrible.
No,
I
he
know,
won me
like-
fantasy one week. I started him
Great.
against the Giants.
Monday Night
They
Football,
lost that
right?
game.
Yeah, I know.
But, yeah, I'm not
They
there
still
with
have no
I'm not there
defense.
with That's like a trendy pick that I'm going to fade.
The 49ers have no defense still. Their defense is not good enough
And
to win
if
with
Zeke-
that offense.
if Zeke is happy and paid up and invested
Yeah,
in the
right.
Cowboys season,
They'll be in the playoffs.
I think the Eagles and the Cowboys are the two best teams in the NFC. They're probably going to have to play pre-NFC championship game because of how the seeding works, but I think the two best teams in the NFC. Dallas, if Lawrence is off the pup, he came off the pup today, we'll see what happens with him, but you have Van Der Esch, and if Sean Lee can stay healthy, Byron Jones,
When does
Sean
Sean
Lee's
Lee
not gonna stay
ever
healthy.
stay healthy?
he doesn't, but, I mean, if he's healthy in the right
wow,
games,
that's terrible
like it can,
fucking throw.
I'm just saying, they have Robert Quinn. Like, Dallas has a lot of good players. That Travis Frederick is back from his whatever disorder he had that made him miss.
Mental disorder.
Drew Lock doesn't exactly look like Johnny
Well, I
Unitas
mean,
right now.
I didn't have much I thought.
He doesn't look like Daniel Jones. That's
That
for
was
sure.
a terrible pick. I thought it was a terrible pick.
Daniel Jones.
But I mean, in the South, I think Atlanta and Carolina make the playoffs, and I think Chicago and Green Bay make the playoffs.
All right. How about your NFC Championship pick?
Well, I have to seed it. I have to think about the two best teams are the Eagles. But I can't do that because I just said,
The two best teams are the Rams and the Saints still.
and I don't have either of them.
It's
in
a
the
year.
playoffs.
And the
It's a
Saints-
year-to-year league.
And the
dude.
Saints will win the NFC. The NFC.
I hear
And
that
they're gonna
every
play-
year, and they always come up small.
they're gonna play-
They always come up
when
small.
the
And they're gonna
Saints
play. And they're
come
gonna play
marching.
Kansas City this year.
Oh, and
when
the
the
Saints.
Kansas
come
City.
marching.
Yeah.
Kansas City is going to beat them in the Super Bowl. And
Do you
that's-
think Kansas City has enough defense to bring that bread home?
Yep, they spent enough money.
It's true, and they have a great coach now. Spags is a
They
terrific
got-
defensive
Yes,
coordinator.
he is. He's
Andy
doing what he
Reid.
should be doing.
Jim Johnson disciple.
Yep. Up. Oh, come on, free play. What the hell?
No, it's unabated to the quarterback.
That's
Yeah,
stupid.
no,
Gotta blow it
I
dead.
love Kansas City to win this year.
So
I think
I'll have Green Bay out. I'll have Dallas and Carolina as my wild cards.
Yeah.
It just seems to always be something with Aaron Rodgers, and he's already fighting with his new coach. And I don't know.
Aaron
it
Rodgers
just doesn't
to
feel.
me
It just
dropped-
doesn't feel right.
I think he's kind of lost a step.
He flicks his wrist and throws 50 yards on a dime.
I know, but I don't think he's as good as he used to be.
Yeah, but Jamarcus
I
Russell
think-
could throw the ball the whole field, and
He
he
sucked.
sucked.
Kyle, the other problem is I just think the Bears, their ultimate physicality is just too much right now for any
Well,
team
the thing
in that
about
division.
Jamarcus Russell was he was running in practice, and the offensive lineman was like, "I'm in better condition than this guy."
Yeah, and he was sipping syrup. Him and Lil Wayne sipping that syrup. So let's see. If I have Eagles as 1, who's the 2 seed?
Carolina. It's gonna be a
No,
rematch.
no, I'm going with Atlanta. Atlanta in that division. And who else did I say? I have Seattle, and we'll go with the Bears as the 2 seed. So I don't think they'll have any problem whipping up on the Vikings and the Lions, and you get a split with the Packers. That's 5-1
I think that's
division.
pretty accurate.
That's
I think that's pretty
that's
accurate.
the 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go 3 seed Atlanta, 4 seed Seattle,
Okay.
5 seed Dallas, 6 seed Carolina. Carolina 6-2 last year before Cam Newton got hurt.
When he beat us.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was there.
looked pretty good in that game.
Carson Wentz missed Smallwood on 3rd down. Yeah,
hmm
right there.
But we digress. It's a new season. So we have the
It
Bears.
brings back bad memories, Rob.
So we have the Bears and the Eagles with bye. So 3 versus 6. That's Atlanta versus Carolina.
Carolina.
No, because I think Atlanta is a good team.
Christian McCaffrey's a stud. Luke
Okay,
Kuechly
okay.
is a stud.
Luke Kuechly, you want to talk about injuries, he always seems to be
When
banged
is he?
up.
He'll be
When is
alright.
he ever healthy?
He'll be okay.
So I'll give
Carolina's not
Atlanta.
making
I'll
the
give
playoffs.
Atlanta the edge there, and I think Dallas goes into Seattle and
Guys,
beats
you
them.
guys are
So then
so out to lunch.
What?
Out to lunch.
What do you
It's
mean?
dinner.
About what? Lunch was.
You guys, so
7 hours ago.
so the Saints and the Rams are not going to be in the playoffs.
No, they're not on my.
It's a
my-
year-to-year
Put the
league,
money,
Rob.
Put the money on the table right now.
I don't have any money.
Yeah, I thought
I'm
so.
poor.
Yeah.
We'll bet. Let's bet services or goods
Services
Yeah.
are good. I'll bet you dinner right now.
that they both don't make the playoffs. That's
No,
like a
they-
parlay. That's a sucker.
Just give
bet.
me a hot dog from 7-Eleven. We'll call it good. Extra sauerkraut, bitch.
Extra sauerkraut.
So
And I want a cola Slurpee.
So then I'm gonna have the Eagles versus Dallas in the division round, which would be
That
Crazy.
might be the one thing that actually does happen.
that'll be lit.
What?
The Eagles and Dallas.
Eagles Dallas playoff game.
I think that's
They gotta
something
get
that
Zeke
might-
I
Again.
don't want that to happen
Why?
because I think Dallas would win.
Oh, stop it! Give me a break.
I really don't want that to happen. They have a better defense than we do, and I don't know. It's
You're
just
scared?
that would just be a really weird game.
If you're scared, get a dog.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to hear that from their fans that they beat us.
That's why you win, and then you give it to their fans twice as hard. No,
Yeah.
it's great because all their fans will go and hide before you could give
You
them
won't
shit.
even know who their fans are because they
Dallas's
even-
defense is top 3.
They have a great
They
team.
have a
I
good
think
defense.
if they have Zeke happy and whole, I think they're the second. The Eagles and the Cowboys are the 2 best teams in the NFC.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess my NFC Championship is Eagles over Bears.
I got Eagles over Carolina,
Okay. Do you want to?
I have the Saints over the Rams.
of course. It's just so easy.
Yep.
It's so typical.
Just pick
It's,
whatever.
I'm the only
just
one that actually
pick
knows
what-
football.
You want to hear? You want
pick
to hear
whatever
my?
happened
You want to
last
hear
year.
my AFC Championship game?
Sure.
Jets and Colts.
Rematch of Super Bowl III. Well, let's see.
Chiefs and Colts.
Okay.
I like that. Okay, so
Chiefs
I think
over the
Bob in
Colts.
the chat had it right. I think the Chiefs division is
Were you
too-
related to him?
Yeah, I mean, my dad.
Okay.
But I think the Chiefs division is a little too tough for them to get the top overall seed. And I think the AFC South is trash. So the Colts are my number 1 seed.
Okay. So you have the Pats getting the wild card, or
No, I have the Jets out. I don't see what you see in the Jets.
well, not a lot of people
I
do.
like the Steelers and Chargers.
I guess I'll give the Chiefs the 2 seed because I love Andy Reid and I love Patrick Mahomes.
You love Andy Reid.
Yeah, Andy Reid is a great coach.
He's a good coach. He's not a great coach.
I
He
mean,
has a chance to get to
He's
greatness
a
if he wants-
player's coach.
If he could ever win a Super Bowl, he could put himself into the greatness.
So then-
I don't
category.
think he ever will. I think
I hope
last
for his
I
sake-
think last year was his chance.
I hope for his sake that he does because I do think that he is one of the top coaches in the NFL.
And then
I
He
think
is, but
deserves-
yeah.
he's a loser.
if anybody deserves to win a Super Bowl, it's him.
He's a loser.
3 seed, I'll take the Browns out of the North. 4 seed, I'll take the Patriots. Potential slow start for the Patriots kind of disqualifies them
0-5
from.
start.
Uh,
Go on an 11-0 run.
yeah,
11-5.
something like that. Something that
They
would,
could-
that
they
could
could
be
do-
there.
They could do that.
But I think they're gonna have some. They got some stuff to figure out with
Mhm.
what running backs they're gonna lose, what they're gonna do in the red zone. Yeah, we'll see.
No one wants the Patriots to succeed. Nobody
No,
does.
of course
That's true. And then I have
But they will, though. It's inevitable.
then I have Steelers 5 seed, Chargers 6 seed. So Browns Chargers. I'll take the Browns. Win a playoff game. Chargers always seem to fold. I'll take the upstart Browns and win a playoff game. Then we'll have the Patriots Steelers. I do think the Steelers are going to have a good season, but they're not going to beat the Patriots in Foxborough.
Okay.
No way. Then you got Colts and Patriots in Indy in the division round. I'll take the Colts. I think they're a better team.
J-Hot247 on YouTube says Reed ain't going out without a ring. He can't, laugh out loud, but not this year. He's never going to get a ring, J-Hot. I've seen
He's
this.
got the
he's
best
not
chance
going
he's
to.
got
Well,
with
if
Mahomes.
he doesn't win this year, he may never win. I mean,
Well,
the
no,
Chiefs
he'll
loaded
get
up-
one.
They
I'll
loaded up defensively, money wise.
You want
There's
you?
no
all right, I
excuses
got a
anymore.
real hot take for you. All right.
I got the Colts over the Browns.
If the
I got Andy
Chiefs-
Reid losing the championship
If
game
the
again.
Chiefs do not make it to the Super Bowl this year, he's gone.
I don't think they'll do that. It's a different culture in Kansas
No,
City.
because
there.
then you realize that he
Yeah, but they're
cannot get it
it's just an
done.
all shucks mentality in the
He's
Midwest.
been in the league for almost 20 years.
I get it. He's not going to get fired. Are you saying he's going to get fired?
Yes.
No.
He's been
And
in
who
the
would
league
you-
for
and
almost
who-
20 years.
Who would you replace him with?
Anyone that has more potential.
No.
To
First
win.
off,
Nah,
he's a
you're not
great
gonna do
he's a
that.
great quarterback coach, and he's got the best quarterback in the league. That's a great.
Yeah, that
Pair.
carries the team.
That's
Well,
what the
that's what good
NFL.
quarterbacks
That's what the
do.
NFL is these
Great
days.
quarterbacks
You
do
had
that.
the MVP in the league last year in the freezing cold at Arrowhead, one of the toughest stadiums to play in the
And he
league.
was flinging the
And
ball
you let
around
the
like it was
Patriots
no
that are
problem.
11-5, one of the worst teams ever, go into overtime and beat you.
That
That's
was
Look,
the
they
that's
started.
a loser.
They started.
That is
slow.
a
They started slow, but
loser.
their defense.
I mean, come
wasn't
on.
good.
I mean, D4 jumping off sides.
The
like
Patriots
a knucklehead.
had
That's Andy
no-
Reid's fault.
Is it?
The
Andy
Chiefs
Reid's
had the
fault
game
they went on?
won.
The Patriots
guy
should
was
have
off-
not
the
even
guy
been
jumped
close in
offside.
that
Oh,
game.
the guy's offside.
The
What-
guy
what?
jumped off.
They shouldn't have even been close
Oh,
in that game.
stop.
They shouldn't
It's
have.
the Patriots
It's
and
the
Tom
Patriots.
Brady
I don't
in a
care
big
who
spot.
they are. They were 11-5 last year.
Doesn't
People
matter.
said they weren't
That's a
going to
good
pass
record.
the
That's a
second
good
round.
record.
People said they weren't going to pass the second round.
Okay, but people were
Yeah,
wrong.
but they were wrong about
They
the
schemed
Patriots.
against Philip Rivers. They schemed against the running game, and they ran it down their throat, and they won. That's what the Patriots do in the postseason.
They
They
find a
win.
way. They find a way to
And
win
if that
every
jackass D Ford,
time.
who's no longer on their team, has
If that guy
discipline,
didn't jump off side,
D
they
Ford
would have
jumped off
stopped him.
sides on the that's the game.
It was an
They
interception.
won.
They had intercepted the damn ball. They were going to get
That's
the ball
the
back
game.
again.
That was the game.
That was it.
That's the Super.
They would have killed. They would have run out the clock.
and they
It
would have
was-
smoked the Rams in that Super Bowl. Smoked the
Anyone
Rams.
would have smoked the Rams. We would have smoked the Rams in that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
the Rams.
We would have smoked the Rams in the NFC Championship game. Then we would have smoked the Pats in that game.
Without,
So, I
without
mean-
Gurley, the Rams had no offense. Let's be honest.
but yeah, I mean, I have the.
Without Gurley, they
I have
would've
Andy
won.
and the Chiefs. Having said all that, after defending Andy Reid, he's going to lose the AFC Championship
And
game
then
again. to the
realizing he's a
Colts.
loser and he's going to lose again and he's an idiot.
No,
Nah,
He's not
because
gonna win.
I think
getting
this
back
year-
to why I don't think he'll get fired. If he chooses to retire, that's his prerogative, and he's had a great career, and he's entitled to do that. But he's not going to get fired because it's different than Philadelphia here. The Chiefs, they're going to be no, but if they get to the AFC Championship game and lose,
J Hot said
they're going to be happy they got there. They'll be mad for like 10 minutes,
They
and
did
then
fire Marty though.
They did. They have good fans there, but I mean, it's
But
what
they did. I'm just saying though. Marty used to get him to the playoffs every year,
Scott
and,
Robinson.
and
I love
he got
Scott.
fired.
I don't
so.
think you break up that Andy Reid Mahomes.
I don't think you do either.
combo.
But I don't think that happens because you have to figure out if that does happen, who's gonna go in there and coach him.
I mean, they'll have a lot of interest in the position. They'll be able to get whoever they want.
Of course they will.
They might get an offensive guru with a team right now that'll leave to go with Mahomes.
Right, but you're still going to get a head coach. You still have to get a head coach, though.
I understand, but I think they could, with Mahomes as your bait, I think you could lure someone
Maybe
that's
Mike-
coaching as
what
a
about-
head coach
what about
right
Mike,
now.
Just at Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy's a great name, but I mean, I think that Andy Reid's a better coach than Mike McCarthy.
I do
think
too,
that'd be,
but I'm just
foolish.
I'm just making you're
Yeah.
I'm just
I
saying.
hear you. He's an
there's somebody
offensive guy.
There's an offensive guy who's won a Super Bowl. You know.
Ben McAdoo.
Oh, stop! No. Ben McAdoo would.
It's a joke.
They would somehow be. 6-10 if he was the coach.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he would ruin that.
Do you have a Super Bowl prediction, Brad?
Yeah, the Saints and the Chiefs win.
Would
Ja-
you like to chime in?
Yeah, I actually said this on my YouTube channel. Jets and Eagles.
Jets and Eagles.
Jets and Eagles.
God bless you. I hope you're right.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about some baseball. About 20 minutes left here on the Sports Hounds.
Baseball.
Phillies, another disappointing weekend.
Oh, my God. Scott Robinson wants to know, by the way, why you're
Yeah,
on the show.
he's one of my regular trolls on my
Oh,
own channel.
What's he saying?
Oh, I basically disagree with him all the time. He's
Okay.
like, "Oh, you're an asshole. You're not a real Philadelphia fan." I go, "Jerk off, buddy."
That's what I tell Bill.
By the
Millbrook.
way, just a disgraceful performance by the Philadelphia Phillies this weekend.
It was horrible.
How the hell do you lose 2 out of 3 in
Saturday
San
night.
Diego?
Saturday night.
If
was,
you want to make the playoffs, you cannot lose 2 out of 3 at home to the San Diego Padres.
No, it's very
I'm
frustrating being a fan of this team because this team thinks it's just going to flip a switch in September and just go on fire. And that's not the way professional sports work. I'm
You
sorry.
don't have the pitching to do that.
No, and Saturday night is the perfect example. It's the lollipop guild out there. They just toss lollipops over the plate, and they just it stinks so bad.
Jason
Eflin
Vargas
goes
goes 5 innings.
Jason Vargas has actually been like our second best pitcher. He's actually been pretty good for us.
But he only pitches 5 innings.
Okay, but
and then
I
your
mean,
bullpen, which
stinks.
is the worst bullpen in
But
baseball, maybe.
Saturday night is the epitome of frustration for the Phillies fans. You have Eflin, who talks all this shit about how he hated being in the bullpen, and he's a starter, goes out there, starts the game, goes 4 innings, doesn't pitch well. Then Pivetta comes in, and the wheels are just gone. The game's gone. It's gone. It's over. It's done. Bye. Then Sunday comes around. I think it was Vargas. Was it Vargas yesterday?
Yeah.
It was Vargas yesterday. He pitches well. Joey Lucchesi, pretty good pitcher. Not an ace. Pretty good pitcher. Number 2, number 3 guy. Just goes through the lineup like Swiss cheese. And Gabe Kapler continues to put Rhys Hoskins in the leadoff spot. He's hitting 184 since the All-Star break, and he's leading the game off. Like, what? I mean, how can you justify that?
You mean Mickey Kapler?
What does that mean?
That's a combination of Mickey Callaway and Gabe Kapler.
I would trade Gabe Kapler for Mickey Callaway in 5 seconds.
No,
Gabe
I know you
Kapler
wouldn't.
is the epitome of incompetence, and
So is-
he's
so is Mickey-
just
so
a
is
total
Mickey Cal.
jackass. And he wants to tell me he's proud of the way Nick Pivetta fought Saturday night while he was just giving the game away while they're launching home runs over the fence.
Oh,
Like,
well,
I've
Mickey-
had it with this
Mickey
guy.
Callaway-
He's terrible.
Mickey Callaway goes last week against the Braves. Steven Matz has thrown 79 pitches, and he's retired 15 guys in a row. So what does he do? He takes them out and puts in, quote, unquote, the best reliever in baseball, Seth Lugo, who gets his ass kicked. Okay? Steven Matz had gotten 15 guys out in a row and had basically been dominant.
Yep.
And you take him out of the game. And by the way, Mickey,
And the Mets.
who was going to pitch the 9th inning? Was it going to be that clown Edwin Diaz?
He's terrible.
See, my problem with that is this, and you think Kapler is bad. Mickey Callaway is stupider because you know what?
No, he's not.
Matz should have pitched the 7th inning. If you were going to have Lugo come in the game, and I understand bringing Lugo in, but not then. Let him pitch one more inning. Let him pitch the 7th. Because you can't put that idiot, that pathetic piece of shit in the game in the 9th inning,
Diaz?
Edwin Diaz. He's so fucking bad. I could hit against him.
Yeah.
He's terrible.
He is
And
the,
then it came
he
out
is
today.
the biggest wimp I have ever seen.
Yeah,
He can
it came
pitch
out
great
today.
in Seattle, but in New York, oh,
Well,
the people
he doesn't.
watching
Yeah,
me.
he doesn't like getting booed. He said,
Oh
it,
well,
he said
I
that
would.
today.
Oh well, why don't you go to Philadelphia then, Edwin? I'm sure they'd love you there.
We love him because
They-
he's actually given us a couple of wins for
Phillies
free.
fans don't boo.
Oh no, not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's in Seattle. I guess they don't. Let me tell you, Edwin, if you sucked with Seattle the way
Phillies
you
fan-
suck with the Mets,
The Phillies
They
have
would boo you
dog
too.
night at the park.
huh?
The Phillies have dog night at the park. They don't give a fuck.
They don't boo?
No, I go to games regularly because their tickets are so damn cheap. It's like $6 to go against
Wait,
the
they
Cubs.
they don't boo when they play badly?
No, they don't. It's like the Flyers fan base right now. They don't give a shit.
Oh no, that's not true. The
It is
Flyer
true.
fan-
I've been
the
there.
Flyer fans do get on the Flyer. They like to get on the goalies. That's their.
It's a different kind of hate, different type of boo, I'd say.
But the Philadelphia fans are smart, and they realize that this team is not doesn't have the goods.
There were some people that were saying that they were going to go to the World Series and win
Before the
102
season.
games.
Before the season, yes.
Yeah.
There was reason for optimism before the
Why?
season.
You
Because
didn't
they
really have
signed-
any pitching. You didn't have.
Well,
any,
we were
like-
sold a bill of goods that we were conned by our management and our manager, that Nick Pivetta, Zach Eflin, Eichhoff were good enough to get it done. They're not. They
Right.
stink. So to say that the Philadelphia fan base didn't have reason for optimism before the season is ludicrous. And now they see the writing on the wall. It's going to be very tough for them to make the playoffs because you only have a quality starter. One out of every 20% of the games going forward.
And your
you have
bullpen.
Noah.
And your bullpen.
And the
is
bullpen's terrible.
completely unreliable.
Neris is horrible.
Neris is horrible. Pavetta's horrible. Zach
Yeah.
Eflin can't seem to. He's not a good starter.
David Robertson is getting Tommy John surgery. Oh my god.
So that's a disaster.
Yeah.
And speaking of disasters,
And Adam
how
Ottavino,
about this?
who
series?
you
How about
should
this
have
series?
signed.
Phillies going up the Fenway.
Yeah.
We're a little 2-game
They
set.
were going to face Chris Sale, but not anymore.
No,
Chris Sale's out for the
Chris
season.
Sale's out. The Red Sox are done.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
well, no, they just swept the Orioles, so now they think they're back in it again.
they're 6.5 back. They're 6.5 back in the wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of a
the
team
second
that has
one,
a
the
10
road wild
Like it's
card.
two teams that put together are still like half of the Red Sox payroll. It's kind of pathetic, actually.
Funny.
Hate to say it,
Fuck 'em.
but
Yeah, it's
the
absolutely
Phillies.
hilarious.
I mean,
Worst team.
get a
one of the
split
worst
up. At,
teams
you
money
get a
can buy.
split up at Fenway. I mean, I just don't. And, with all this, they're 2 games out of the wild card.
Yep.
Because the National League is just so
The Nationals
bad.
bullpen.
Atrocious.
The Nationals bullpen is atrocious.
The Braves bullpen is horrible.
Phillies actually have a lot of games left against the Braves.
Yep.
So like, if they can get it together and like put something together.
I think it's a detriment for them to have so many games against the Braves because they're not going to win all these games against the Braves.
It's a valid point, Brad.
How many games do they play against the Braves?
Bill Middlebrook on Facebook said the Yankees lose to shitty teams. The Sox with one of the best offenses in the majors probably won't even make the playoffs. That's why we play the game. Phillies can't expect to win many games scoring 2 runs. That's not Gabe. The numbers are off the charts when
we're-
scoring
okay.
4 or more.
Now you're going to get me going because Gabe Kapler apologized. Gabe Kapler's a moron. I don't know how many bad challenges you have to see. I don't know how many mismanagements of the. He got lit up by Alex Rodriguez in the Sunday night game.
Yeah. Yes,
he
Were you
did.
watching the game?
A-Rod, yeah.
Yeah. He said it was. He's called him incompetent as a manager.
Yeah.
Incompetent.
Maybe you guys
Alex
should hire
Rodriguez.
A-Rod
I'm in.
would be a good manager.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
in.
gonna, you know what? If he wants to be a manager, which I don't think he wants to do.
I'm in.
No, he does.
I think he wants to stay on TV for the time being. I think he wants to hang around Jen for a
No.
while.
Because
No?
as a manager, you always have the limelight.
Yeah, but he has the
I mean,
limelight anyway.
He's
though.
horrible. How can you
A-Rod is
justify?
such a smart baseball
How
guy,
he
though.
doesn't put? How can you? Can anybody out there explain to me why Reese Hoskins is batting leadoff? He's been the coldest player maybe in the majors since
Maybe
the
it takes
All-Star break.
pressure off of him.
Oh, hitting first,
Maybe.
leading off the game, takes
Yeah,
pressure
you don't have
off
to
the
hit
field?
runs in. Yeah, you just try to swing away.
You need a
Stupidest
table
thing I've
setter.
ever heard.
That's the dumbest thing I've
That's
ever
the
heard,
stupidest
Kyle.
thing. That's like
the
Aaron
dumbest
Judge
thing.
leading off.
Well, what are you
I've
going to
ever
do? Put him down to 8th or lead him off?
Eighth.
You'd rather put him down to 8th?
I would hit him ninth. I bet the pitcher.
I'm
over
not
him
saying
these
lead
days.
him off is a good idea. I asked my friend that all the time.
7th.
Well, didn't Bryce Harper lead off one game?
He's led off before, yeah.
Okay, why? Why is he leading
I
off?
don't know. That's a great
That's a
question,
dumb-
Kyle.
that's a
but
dumb
at least
thing.
he's
Yeah, that's
actually
dumb,
shows
too.
signs of life at the plate. And he's not hitting
See,
one fucking 84
he
since
should be
the
batting-
All-Star break.
Yeah.
Harper should be batting
What
second or third.
analytical computer program says to put your guy that's hitting 184 since the All-Star break first? He doesn't walk
I know, our
anymore.
guy's hitting
He doesn't
338,
He has
so-
no power.
Well, everyone said that Charlie Manuel was Jesus Christ now, and all of a sudden they lose 2 out of 3 to San Diego.
He can only do so much.
How-
He's,
What does
he-
it have
him a
to do
little
with
spark.
the
anything?
approach that's
Give him
been
a spark.
instilled. No, stop it. Hold on. The approach that's been instilled, the analytical launch angle bullshit approach that's been instilled in this team since
So
the
wait,
spring training
wait,
is not
wait,
just
wait,
going to
wait.
go away overnight.
So you're just gonna have someone tell them how to swing the bat, and they're gonna do it.
See the ball, hit the
magically.
ball.
Oh
Yes,
my
Charlie
God.
Manuel brings an actual see the ball, hit the ball, traditional baseball approach to this baseball team. The problem is they didn't pull the trigger on it soon enough, early enough. So it's probably not going to make that big of
They
a
just
difference.
lost 2 out of 3 to San Diego. One of the
What's your point? I know that.
They're one of the worst teams in
we're
the
one of the
I
worst teams.
understand that.
I know.
Am I here praising? When have I praised
That
the
was
Phillies
after you
once?
after you swept the Cubs. And
Yeah,
you looked,
and you
you
look,
look
looks
stupid.
promising.
and you looked fantastic
Yeah.
doing it. And then you go out and you then you fuck
I think
up
they
against
just
the
stopped
Cubs.
playing.
But when have I you're telling me that we lost? I know they lost 2 out of 3 to the Padres. It's very frustrating, and I hate it. But when did I say that I'm enthused about the Phillies?
What amazes
when did I
me
say the
is-
Phillies are going to make the playoffs?
How are
I've
you-
never said
how
anything.
are you
Mario-
I've been every time
Mario Cerrito III on his Facebook said, "Is that Brad? Why is he allowed to wear that show in that wearing that trash
because
jersey?"
we're not fucking communists, and Brad's allowed to wear whatever he wants. It's actually a pretty fresh jersey, the old school Giants.
Looks like a high
Saquon
school
Barkley.
It's a brand new jersey.
It looks like a practice.
But
high
getting
school
back
jersey.
to it, every time I say that the Phillies stink and they're not going to make the playoffs, you say I'm too negative. Every time I get
You're always negative. Same with Greg. He's always negative
every
too.
time I get enthused, thinking this team can live up to its potential offensively and make a run, you tell me how bad they are.
Yeah.
So which is it?
There's a lot of negativity in this fan base. Well, your fan base in Philadelphia.
They're
in general.
not a good team.
I never said they were a good team.
Why should I say that they're going to be a good team when they're not a good team? Why should I say they're
They're
a
at
playoff
least
team?
average. They're not bad.
You think they're going to make the playoffs?
Possibly. They're not that far
Yeah, no.
out.
Yes or no? Stop being a bullshit politician.
What are they, 2 games
Are they
out?
going to make the
They're 2
playoffs?
games behind,
Yes
right?
or no? 2 games out. Yes, Brad.
No.
Okay. So me saying that makes me a negative fan in what way? Telling the truth makes me a bad fan? A negative fan?
I think the Cardinals have better
Okay,
pitching.
whatever.
The Cardinals
It's not
have,
whatever.
The Cardinals have
Game,
better
set,
pitching.
match. Another point for Rob.
The Cardinals
All
have
right.
better
Then
pitching.
then I go
Golf clap.
then I get enthusiastic about the team after they sweep the Cubs, and he's saying they're not good. They're not going to make the playoffs.
the other
Why?
problem-
But you can't have it both ways.
Golf's
you talk
your
about
sport, so I'll do a golf clap. I would give you a gold star, but you love golf, so there you go.
I do like
the
golf.
problem-
It's
the
fun. I
problem
want to play
with the
golf. I
Phillies-
want to play some golf this
The
week.
problem
Golf this
with
week.
the Phillies is that they are so up and down. They're not consistent.
They haven't won more than 4 straight all year.
Their incompetence at the managerial position is the main problem. Lack of
That is-
pitching would be second.
Lack of bullpen, especially, is a problem.
Right, because we got sold a bunch of bullshit that this starting rotation.
I really think your GM is more of a problem than.
Contact.
your
I said that
manager.
1,000 times,
I think
but he
he's
won't
the
listen.
He's not worse than Gabe. He's not. I don't think he's a good GM by any means.
He's
but
terrible. Listen, I can tell you,
Eh,
I can
I
tell
don't
you, I
know.
can tell you 2 guys.
Thank you, Bill Middlebrook.
I can
Jesus
tell you 2
Christ.
guys that the Phillies whiffed on that they should have gotten that the Yankees ended up getting.
Mario Cerrito said he
Okay.
shouldn't be below Trenton.
Adam Ottavino.
I don't disagree.
You got
They
David
signed
Robertson, and you paid him a fortune. The Yankees got Ottavino for a lot less money,
He's been a stud.
and he's been great. And the second thing is,
Look,
instead of spending all that money on guys like McCutchen, okay, and Robertson, you also could have gone out and get Charlie.
I question the McCutchen signing from Jump Street. I thought they
could
should have
have
signed
taken
Michael
the money-
Brantley, who's an all-star MVP candidate
You
this year
could
for
have
Houston.
taken the money and gone out and gotten Charlie Morton, which, God damn it, the Yankees should have friggin' done.
Yeah, they should have.
Charlie Morton was very good last year with Houston. What is it about Charlie Morton that nobody wanted to pick him up, and he ends up signing with Tampa?
Maybe
He hasn't signed with
maybe
the
they thought he was a
Yankees
flash in
or-
the pan.
He's not a flash in the pan, okay? Did you see that fucking curveball that he has?
That fucking curveball, yeah,
That-
I've
it's-
seen it.
That's not a curveball. That's, as if they said in ball 4. Joe Morgan used to say there's 2 kinds of curveballs.
Yeah.
There's your curveball, and then there's your MF curveball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Charlie Morton has the MF curveball. That's for all you people
Bill,
who have read ball 4.
Your buddy
okay?
Bill Middlebrook said, Rob, I don't disagree that Gabe has you scratching your head at sometimes, but there are like 30-plus games over 500 when scoring 4 runs. A manager can't hit for the guys.
How are you supposed to score over 4 runs when your leadoff hitter's hitting fucking 184 since the All-Star break, Bill Middlebrook? Mr. Baseball Genius, educate me on that. How are you supposed to score 4+ runs when Rhys Hoskins is leading off and he's hitting 184 in the second half of the season since the All-Star break? What kind of table does that set?
How about putting
It doesn't.
How about putting Hernandez up first?
Cesar?
Anyone, he's hitting better than Rhys Hoskins. Rhys Hoskins
That's
should
my
be hitting
point.
6
What
or
about
7.
What about Sean Rodriguez?
Oh,
No,
sewer rat. Jeez, oh man, I can't believe that.
Roman Quinn.
And then it's just, and Adam Hazley, the 7th pick in the draft 3 years ago, should be playing every day.
Yeah.
Every day. It should be Dickerson in left, Hazley in center, Harper in right, Kingery at third. That's the lineup every day.
That is not a good outfield. Harper
What do
is
you want?
great.
Well, what do you want? What
No,
do
I'm
you
just
want me
saying
to do?
Harper is great.
Well,
but
I mean,
the
you
other
had
two-
McCutcheon, who was a great.
Bill
was
said,
good.
"Is Gabe hitting that number 1? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?"
Well,
Bill. I mean,
well,
come on, dude.
Who's making the lineup? Is it Klentek or is it Gabe?
Gabe?
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
No, this isn't the Mets. Like,
We're talking about the I'm just thinking because the Yankees, sometimes I question their lineup, and from what I hear, it's not always Aaron Boone
Okay,
that makes
but-
the lineups.
but
Gabe's
stacking-
making some good points, man. I'm telling you right now.
what do you mean?
Bill,
What?
not Gabe. Bill's making
He
some
is.
good points.
he is, but
Gabe
Rob
Kapler-
is not wrong about
Gabe
why-
Kapler
why
puts
would you
Reese
put that guy?
Hoskins first in the order when he's hitting 184. What analytical computer program is that? What is that?
What's his on base percentage?
Not good.
It
Nah.
can't be
350?
good if he's hitting
Does
184.
he get a lot of walks?
He
No.
used to get a lot of walks.
Well, he strikes out a lot now.
He doesn't
He had like
walk.
4
He
strikeouts
strikes
the
out
other
too
game.
much. I mean, how are you supposed to score 4+ runs in a game with him as that black hole in your leadoff spot?
No, you can't do that.
I personally, I would hit Dickerson lead off. I would let Dickerson lead
yeah,
off.
you could do that. You could do. I would have Hernandez only. 'cause
Dickerson, Segura.
Hernandez is a
Segura
good
is actually
contact
hot
hitter.
right now.
Yeah.
Realmuto, who's hot. You put Harper 4th. You put Kingery 5th. Hoskins 6th. And then Hernandez 7th. And
Real
Hazley 8th.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm done with Sean Rodriguez and Brad Miller in this lineup. Like, it's time to
Hey, you
get
got
up
Brad
and go.
Miller from us.
Brad Miller.
It's not- I like Brad Miller on the bench.
Yeah.
On the bench.
Do you though? Do you really like him, or you just saying
No,
that?
because Franco should be on the bench.
Mikhail Franco.
And why
Isn't
he's
he
not
injured?
Why
I don't know why he's down at AAA. Are
No,
they just
he
trying to
should
move
be up-
on from him?
he should be up working with Charlie every day. Like, hello.
Yeah. Why is he in the minors?
Because
Hey, I'll
that
give you a
bad?
trade right now. All right,
Was he that bad?
take it or leave it. All right,
He shouldn't be in the minors because there's no
you
other
give
option.
us Aaron Nola, we'll give you Clint Frazier. All right, and Debbie Garcia.
And Gio Urshela. Then you have a third baseman.
I don't know. Because we're on the hook for McCutcheon. McCutcheon's going to be ready next
McCutcheon
year.
sucks.
He doesn't suck. He was the best leadoff
All right,
hitter.
fine. He doesn't suck. I was being an asshole there. He goes away at the end of the season. All right, he
Okay,
was
but
our
when
bench
he got,
player
when
last
he
year.
got hurt,
Yeah,
before he
Yeah.
got hurt, he was the best.
He was
Leadoff
also a
hitter
good
in the
What
starter.
did I
Nash-
just say? Did you listen to anything I just said? He has a great start to the year, and then he goes away.
He does fade every year.
Yeah.
He does.
Well, we
He does.
couldn't find out if he was going to fade or not this year or not because he got hurt.
Yeah.
He'd be a better option. Even if he did fade, he'd be a better option than Sean Rodriguez in left field.
Nice
I'll tell
run.
you that much right now.
Sean Rodriguez.
But it's just a joke, and it just baffles me. People who are Gabe apologists, like Yankees fans and Bill Middlebrook, who are Red
what
Sox
does
fans,
Yankees fans have to do
What
with
do we
anything?
have
because
to
you
do with
don't
it?
follow the team on a daily basis like the Philadelphia fan
I've
base
been to more
does.
games this year than you have.
Okay, but Kyle,
I'm not even a fan.
Okay, what's your point?
My
So
point,
I don't spend the
my
money
point
to go
is
to the
I'm a
games?
better fan than you are.
You're not a better fan than me. I watch every Phillies game, and do I need to get to more games this fall? Yeah, but I'm busy. I have work. I have
I had
multiple jobs.
There was
Like,
this one. There was this one bartender at Harry the K's. And she was like, "Where's everyone at?" She was talking about all the blue seats.
Yeah. But
It was so funny.
it's tough to get excited for the Phillies because they're so inept, and the fact that they're only 2 games out of a wild card just screams, to Brad, your point, how inept the National League is.
I mean,
It's
it's
a
a
joke.
Maybe if the
team-
fans showed up, maybe they'd be a little bit pumped to play.
But see, this is the common misconception.
You know what the amazing
and I'm
thing
going
is?
to
The
teach.
Met-
I'm going
the
to
Met
teach you a little.
fans-
I'm going to teach you a
The
little
Met
something.
fans are all showing up in
the Phillies
droves.
don't think their fans care.
yeah,
Players on the field.
It's
the
the
Met fans are
Phillies'
behind.
obligation to compel me to spend my
You guys
money.
are in a wild card race right now, and you're
Only
not
2 games
selling out the
behind.
stadium at all. Not even close to selling out the
They
stadium.
don't have
right
to,
now.
but Kyle, they don't have to sell it out. On the weekends, they should be selling it out. During the week,
People show
you
up
should-
on the weekends.
But I said you should
Yeah.
be almost selling it out. on
Yeah,
the
people
weekends.
show up on the
But
weekends.
during the week, that place is a.
They were playing the Cubbies
graveyard.
last week. All right, it was about 50% Cubs fans.
Well,
Easily.
they travel well though.
Big
Like
market.
I
Yeah,
said,
yeah, they
it's the
travel
Phillies'
well.
obligation to compel
But-
the fans to show up, not the other way around. This team does
They should
nothing
be.
I
to
feel like your fans should show up regardless. That's just my opinion.
no.
That's my opinion.
I completely disagree.
I show up just because I like baseball.
That's fine.
Yeah, me too.
As do I.
Okay, so
Me too. But I mean,
come on.
our team is great, and we'd show up anyway.
Great's
even
an
if they weren't.
understatement. 40 games over 500.
By the way, I want to make a couple of comments about our team,
Let's
which
do
is
it.
the New York Yankees.
Go for it.
Dylan Betances
it's coming back.
is coming back.
Mhm.
I believe he pitched a simulated game yesterday. He threw 25 pitches. From what I understand, I think he is going on a rehab assignment Thursday.
Trenton.
Yes.
Okay.
As is Severino.
All right,
Okay.
we're getting the band back together.
So now I'm looking at it this way. Sean Manaea has been down in the minors for a month now.
Right.
Okay, and he is now up to 91 pitches. So if we put Sevy down there for a month, by the playoffs, he should be able to throw 90 pitches. Okay? 90 pitches should be 5 innings. You know what that means? We do not have to see Charles Karsten Sabathia pitch,
Is that really
nor Jackass Hap.
is that
pitch.
the smartest thing to do? Is to trot out Severino in a playoff when he's just cold? Is that the smartest thing to do? You think?
I couldn't hurt,
Well, would you
honestly.
rather have a back? Would
Huh?
you rather
Couldn't
have
hurt.
a batting practice pitcher like Jay Happ or CC Sabathia?
Is J Happ that
Go-
bad?
Yes.
He's not terrible. He's just like he is
He
what he
is.
is.
Well,
He's
I mean, it's
he
pathetic.
is. He is what he is.
It's
he's
Herman in
pathetic.
game 1.
He's not as bad
it's
as CC.
Tanaka game 2, and then what? You're saying Sevy game 3?
No. I would honestly. I would say
Herman game Tanaka game 1.
No.
Tanaka-
Herman stuff is
Gotta go
just
Herman.
Okay, Herman game 1.
Sevy, and then Tanaka.
Okay, and then Paxton game 4.
I don't want Paxton out there.
You got to pitch.
I don't want him out there.
You're
Put him in
gonna
the
have to-
bullpen.
He's going to pitch.
So
game
you'd rather
4.
you'd rather pitch Sevy cold than Paxton?
Yes.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Paxton. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
you agree with that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Paxton's up and down, and I'm sure he's frustrated.
No,
but,
I
mean,
don't
he's
like
got a lot of
Paxton at all.
potential. Plus, he's a lefty.
Paxton. Listen, if Paxton pitches at home, I'm okay with it.
You
But
can scheme it like
I
that.
don't like Paxton at all.
You can
Paxton
scheme
hasn't
it
been
like
that
that.
bad,
I don't like
and
him.
it wasn't his fault yesterday. It
If you
really
get in the
wasn't.
long series, I mean, you're going to need to
Or-
use Paxton.
No,
I'm
Paxton.
sorry.
Wait, went to Paxton. Paxton pitched Saturday. He was not that bad.
No. All right, we got to wrap things up. Sports Hounds be back next Monday, same time, same place.
Thanks for
me and
joining
the
us,
boys,
everybody.
Thanks a lot. Have a good week. Peace.
Hasta la vista.